I need the lyrics again. Styx, Renegade. For Bert Kreischer, who is a man of his word. He came back today.
Of course. I had so much fucking fun yesterday.
Yeah.
I told I was out until like 3 in the morning. I was just bubbling. I don't when I come to New York, I've been doing like Travel Channel stuff and staying in my hotel and doing dinners. Yeah. I haven't done like the comic swing in a long time. I ended up in the stand last night. Oh, I fucking closed that thing with Ari and Big J. I had a fucking blast yesterday.
So you've been partying ever since the Tito's.
Oh yeah.
And with that, I say good afternoon to Chris Distefano as well.
Yes.
Who's joining us. And I told Chris right off the bat, Chris, if you don't have a time-traveling story, then get the fuck out.
I got nothing.
Because this shit gets weird
What
now,
do you mean
man.
time traveling? Like
he believes in time travel.
Okay. Hardcore.
His daughter believes in time traveling.
Like you can go back in time?
And back and forth. We can jump through the wormhole anywhere we want to go. I actually don't believe in death. I believe in time travel.
Strong.
Yeah.
So that's the jumping off point when you die?
Oh, yeah. Well, when you die, it's just time travel. I actually believe that you died a number of times. You've just time traveled out of that moment. Like, I was in a car crossing through MacDill in Florida when I was like, we were kids. I was probably 21, and we were hammered. This girl was driving. She was younger, and she spun out. The car spun.
Yeah.
Like, dodged the car, spun,
yeah,
and then righted itself and kept going straight. And I was like,
yeah,
that's fucking time travel.
Yeah.
I died that day and I time traveled out of that moment.
All right.
That's great.
That makes sense.
That's fucking great.
Julie Homan was the driver.
Fucking Julie.
And Chris, you didn't know that song, huh?
I didn't know that song, but it started out great and it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I was trying to Shazam it, but I still got sauce on my fingers from my chicken sandwich. So my thumb kept slipping off, and then it wouldn't unlock.
That's a classic one, man.
Yeah.
That goes way back.
Dude, that was a good one, man. Who
you
is
like
it?
that? Styx, Renegade.
Sticks.
Little Tommy Shaw action.
Styx defines.
I don't know any Sticks.
Oh, seriously?
Well, the only time I've ever heard of the band Styx is when Adam Sandler mentions it in the movie Big Daddy.
Chris, how old are you?
32. I should know
shit,
Styx.
I'm 10 years older than you.
Yeah, but I should know. There's guys 10 years younger than me that know. I never.
He didn't grow up with
I didn't grow up with music.
With rock.
Nah. I didn't grow up with. I was in the car with my grandpa a lot, so I know a lot of Frank Sinatra and Connie Francis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know.
So-
I know the Beatles because my sister was cranking it in her room in between, being sad because, my mom might have done some things to her.
I came in through the bathroom window.
Oh, boy, was her room her escape from her stepmother.
Really?
Classic stepmother stuff, yeah, man.
Fucking stepmoms.
She got it way worse than the rest of us.
Oh, my daughter's stepmother's going to be cool.
Yeah?
Well, when I meet her. I haven't met her yet.
You haven't met her yet?
I introduce my wife as my first wife all the time.
Nice.
So wait, so your wife is not your kid's mom?
No, she's my wife. I just introduced her as my first wife.
Oh, I see.
I go, this is my first wife.
Yeah.
This is my first wife. That's great.
Did you see the videos we posted?
Dude, I watched the crying one, and I was howling laughing. I sent it to my wife, and she goes, it says Bert crying, and she goes, you did not watch The Time Traveler's Wife. I was like, yeah, I watched The Time Traveler's Wife.
And you begged me not to.
It was...
but I had to go there, man.
Touching.
Someone told me I'm like a drug dealer. I'm like, come on, just let that.
My favorite moment of the whole thing was that
taste.
because I know, I know you in radio, I know you, and I was like, and you were like, come on, let's do it, and in my head I'm like, this is gonna get fucking weird, right? And because I know what's gonna happen, and so I look at Sherrod, and Sherrod's like, do it. Sherrod has no clue. Brothers are not cool with white dudes crying. If you look at that whole video, he just has his back to me, going, listening to me, just going, damn,
dude.
Well, yeah. Go ahead, Chris. I got to find something really funny.
No, I was saying that's what he does, Opie. I remember one time, like 6 months ago, when he had pieces of animals in here to eat. Like you could eat like a bull dick or like a bull eye, and I was like, I don't want to eat. And he was like, what's the worst can happen? Just eat a bull eye. Yeah. So I took a bite out of it, threw up, had a mouth ulcer for a fucking month. Yeah, my tongue was numb, and then he's like, come on,
don't be a pussy.
Don't be a pussy. I fucking it was the worst.
I tweeted Sherrod's line while you're bawling. And my wife, by the way, she saw the video. She goes, I think he's holding back.
Oh, yeah.
This is Bert trying to hold back from really just blubbering. If you haven't seen the video yet, just follow us on Twitter. Opie Radio, Opie Show. We've tweeted out a bunch of times already today.
This is great.
But Sherrod's line... when you were in full blubber mode, he goes, "This nigga face all wet."
It was my face was soaking. My cheeks were soaking.
You know what? I'll be honest with you. I wanted to just point and laugh at you, but it was so serious.
Oh.
I'm like, I don't know how he's going to take it if I point and laugh at him right now as he's crying his eyes out. He might get up and try to hit me.
This even beats, to me, this beats when Mike Bichetti cried at the end of Frosty the Snowman.
I don't have a good video of that.
But this is better.
Do.
Yeah.
What, Paul?
Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah, he cried. He gets upset at Frosty the Snowman.
And he starts screaming at the magician. He gets really mad at the magician for fucking with Frosty.
Yeah.
Wait, are you serious?
Fucking with Frosty. He's like, this fucking prick. But you were here for that?
No, I was listening to it in my car, though.
Yeah, we sort of have. We
might have a video. I just have to go back.
No, but Bert's is better anyway. But that's the only thing I could compare it to.
Yeah, Bert's in full just out of his mind mode.
I felt it coming on. Like when we were talking about it, I felt it coming on, and I was like, oh, this is going to be a bad one. Because I'm like one of those guys that can get nostalgic real quick.
Yeah.
Oh,
I get that.
Like if I drive through Tallahassee, or if I went to my old Florida State with my kids, I'd cry.
Yeah.
Like little things. Like I want to take the girls to New York, and I want to bring them out, my daughters and my wife, and do like a tour of where we lived.
Sure.
And our lives. Because my wife lived in New York for like 5 years. I lived here for 5 years, and just take them on a tour, and I'd cry all fucking day.
You know why you would cry? Because your kids wouldn't give a fuck.
My kids mock me when I cry.
Yeah, but I mean, they would probably be like, "Whatever, Dad. Can I get back on my iPad?" You want them to be sentimental and care for you, but
10 and 12.
Oh, older kids. I have a daughter. She's a year and a half.
Oh, you got brand new.
Brand new, man. It fucking kills me though when I'm on the road and stuff. I just fucking miss her. Gets better.
No, you just get dead inside.
What are you talking about?
That was gonna happen.
That's why he was crying over Time Traveler's Wife, because he feels like it's the life of a comedian.
Yeah.
It completely is.
Yeah.
If you watch that movie, you will find so many parallels in our life with that movie that I feel like she wrote it for a comic.
Did you notice we left that part out of the video?
What?
I didn't give a fuck about the explanation. I just wanted to get to you crying.
I've never seen this movie.
Bert explained this.
I got to watch this movie.
You got to listen to the show on demand or whatever when we replay it, because Bert actually has a really good explanation why he gets so sad at this movie.
Yeah.
I blew all that off and said, let's get right to the crying.
It makes sense. Dude, I'm telling you, now, I bet you though, if you didn't have daughters, you wouldn't. This is like a sensitive thing that happens when you have a daughter. Like my daughter, when I left, I was in Phoenix last weekend, and when I was packing my bag, I didn't see my daughter put one of her, clean diapers in the bag and in my suitcase. And then when I opened up the suitcase, when I got there, I saw that she had done it. I just fucking laid in my bed with her diaper and started to like weep a little bit, because I was like, I just miss her so much. But I so I don't know.
Dude, kids can cut you down. I mean, literally say things to you that you're just like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Right. Yeah.
And you're and like, oh man, I was telling you when we were renovating the house.
Right.
Did we talking about this?
I'm not sure. Yeah. Well, you were talking about renovating the house.
We're renovating the house. My travel channel deal is up in the air. I didn't know what was going on with that.
Yeah.
Bert Conqueror hadn't done well, and then Leanne schedules a vasectomy for me. They start tearing down the house, and George, my oldest, is like, they're supposed to move out of the room, and she goes, "Can you just give me one more night with this room?"
Right.
And my wife's like, "No, we need to get out of it today. They're demoing it tomorrow." And in my head, I'm like, "It's our money. We're paying fucking."
Sure.
Like, and I go, she goes, "You go talk to her," and I go into a room, and George is just like holding it together. I can tell when George is about to cry. She's holding it together, and she just goes, "This is my childhood. That sticker I put in the day we moved in, and they'll tear it down, and I'll never have that moment again."
Oh.
And she's like, "I don't want to grow up, Daddy." And then hugs me, and I'm just sitting on her bed, holding it in.
Yeah.
And then she just looks at me, and she goes, "You can cry, Daddy." And I'm fucking, like sobbing. My wife opens the door and is like, shuts it. Oh.
I know, man.
I get that. Fuck. I went home yesterday because you guys were asking me the last time I cried. I couldn't remember, but I do have a good story. So I picked up my daughter from school a while back. At the time she's only like 3, okay, with her giant backpack, and and all of a sudden she gets into this whole thing of, "Daddy, trees die, right? Yep. Cats die, right? Yep." And she's just listing everything that dies. And then she goes, "But people don't die, right, Daddy?" And I just start, bawling at that one.
Yeah.
Just because of the innocence of that whole thing.
What'd you tell her?
Of course you say, yeah, people don't die.
You lie to them.
ruined the whole day.
At 3.
You lie to them and tell them they
You
go to the
have
hospital.
to.
That's it.
They go to the doctors. Let me tell you
You
something.
have to. But, I mean, she's listing everything that dies and then hits me with that last, right, Daddy? And the confidence, like she knows as a 3-year-old that people, in her mind live forever.
You know who fucked up that for me, my family? Amy Schumer.
Amy Schumer?
What'd you do?
Yep. We go, Amy and I did a show together on Reality Bites Back.
Right.
So my wife and Amy, my sisters and Amy are all really good friends. And so when we'd go out of town, we'd call Amy and say, hey, our house is available if you want to take meetings or something. This is when she was just broke.
Right.
Of course, she'd take it, stay out here, stay in our house, watch our animals, and then stay with my sisters, get high, have a good time.
Nice.
We had a hamster that needed shots. So we're gone for like a month. And we get back, and the hamster's in the cage, but there's a note on top of the cage just wrote, hamster's dead.
Oh, my God.
I think she gave it a shot and hit it in its spine and killed it.
She killed your hamster?
Hamster dead. That's all it says. The girls can't read. They're too young.
Oh, my God.
Hamster dead. So
Where was the hamster?
it's just in the cage.
Oh, my God. She's a terrible person.
Yeah, she goes, hamster dead. So, like, I think she told Leanne before we were coming in, to drop off the keys, but that's the note I see.
Yeah.
And so we go, I'm drunk because we just flew in. And so we go downstairs to bury the hamster. And my daughters are almost like, they're like flippant.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, not a big deal.
Right.
And they're making jokes. And Leanne's like, hey, guys, this is whatever princess's. Come on, we're burying Princess. And they're like, it'll be fine. We'll see it again. Right. And Leanne's like, no, the hamster died, girls. And they're like, what does that mean? And they're like, died. Like, do you remember your fish? You remember how your fish died? And they're like, no. Our fish is at the hospital with Grandma. And they're like, oh, Grandma's dead too. And they're like, Grandma's dead? Hold on, what's dead? They're like, you'll never see it again. And they're like, wait. Pop-Up is at the hospital with Grandma. And they're like, yeah, Pop-Up's dead too.
Oh, my God.
And in one moment,
piled it all on top of each
everyone
other.
realized that what death was. And I'm just sitting there going, fucking Schumer. She couldn't have just given this thing the shot the proper way.
Or go get another hamster. Everyone knows that trick.
Fuck.
I got. If my wife's listening with the kids, please turn off the radio. Please turn off the radio. I got 2 dead hermit crabs, and I don't, I don't have the heart to tell the kids because like my daughter thinks
Oh yeah, and all you have to do is paint their shells the same.
Well, so they went underground. And they went underground and never came up. They were shedding, but they both died underground. So I've been telling the kids that they're still underground shedding, and I'm still trying to figure out when I do the old switcheroo. But every time I go to the pet store and see the new hermit crabs, they see the shells.
Yeah.
So they're smart enough to know, like, wait, Daddy, we saw that we saw that hermit crab yesterday at the pet store because that's one of our things. We go to the pet store a lot just to kill time. But I got 2 dead hermit crabs, and I have to switch them out. There's no fucking way I'm telling them they're dead. They got names and everything, and they talk about them.
We've gone through so many Siamese fighting fish, like probably 10 each.
Yeah.
There was one time where we got back from vacation, and Isla's Siamese fighting fish was dead, and Isla starts crying, and Georgia, in a weird way, started like enjoying that hers was still alive.
Oh, wow.
And she's like, mine's still alive. and it's making it worse. And Isla's really crying. And Leanne's like, hey, a little respect, Georgia. And Georgia's like, what? Like, she really, it's a weird, because I'm watching. She's like, what?
Yeah.
And we're like, Isla just lost her fish.
Yeah.
And she's like, it's okay. Mine's fine. And Isla's like sobbing. So we all in the bathroom, we put Isla's in the toilet, and Isla goes, wait. This is George's fish.
Oh, shit.
And Georgia goes, what? And then listen, Georgia starts sobbing, and Isla goes, mine's alive! Mine's alive! And Georgia's this is not fair!
That's what happens. Oh, came back to you.
See, you have to look forward to Chris.
You know what?
You're in the easy stage, 1.5 years. You don't have to explain shit yet.
But like when you guys were talking about dead animals, I completely forgot that I did this. When I was like 8, maybe 9. And my cousin who lived downstairs, her rabbit died, okay? So my aunt wrapped the rabbit up and told me, she was like, can you go put the rabbit in the garbage can outside? Don't let your cousin Elena see it. She's going to come, she's going to come home and I don't want her, just do me a favor, put the rabbit in the garbage can. So I was like, okay. So I went to go put it in the garbage can. And then this is the thought I had. I was like, you know what though? This was my cousin Elena's rabbit. I feel like she should say goodbye to it. So, my Aunt Eileen. Oh, no, this is what I did. This is seriously what I did. This is what I really. This is what I really did. My Aunt Eileen went out somewhere, so I kept the rabbit in the corner.
Yeah,
and then I put it under my cousin Elena's pillow. The dead rabbit racked up in 4 Stop and Shop eggs.
How old were you?
I was 9, so I knew what I kind of.
How old was your cousin?
9.
9.
So she went to bed that night and tried to get comfortable, and the fucking dead rabbit was under her pillow.
Like the Godfather.
Yeah, and
she wakes up next and all the blood's all over her.
Yeah, she was like, what? What? They woke me up out of bed. They were like screaming at me. I was like, I was just trying to do something nice. And my mother's like, you put a dead animal underneath your cousin's pillow? And then I remember the next day, like her talking to my dad. My dad came to pick me up and they were talking about how they think I need to go see a child psychologist. But I didn't.
That's twisted.
But it was out of love.
You were 9.
But I'm just saying, like how Bert's daughters like making fun of the dead fish. Like we don't realize,
Dude, I had an iguana in college named Wilbury. After the traveling Wilburys.
Nice.
I got it a freshman year. My first junior year, we're living in this house. We have dogs. And apparently, my buddy's dog got a hold of the iguana and killed it. My buddy Opie just put it back in the cage and didn't say anything. And so I come in and I feel like I've killed it. And I'm like fucking really upset. I'm like, God damn it, I've had this pet for like 4 years.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm not gonna bury it. I'm just gonna cremate it.
Cremated iguana at college?
I had no clue how hot you have to make it to cremate it. I just rolled it up in newspaper.
Oh my God.
Like a joint.
Giant joint.
And put it in the fireplace and lit it on fire. And I just sat there and I was like, there we go. And then all of a sudden, the paper just kind of goes away. And you see this figure iguana. Its lips had curled up. Its fingers had curled back. Its tail was real tight. And it's like fluids bubbling out of it. And I'm just going, oh, this is bad. And so I try to build a fire and it just won't burn. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I need to break it into smaller pieces. I fucking disfigured this animal that I loved so bad that I had to bury it. And then I'm like, why did I just bury it in the first place?
How did you break it into smaller pieces?
I just got a shovel. I'm like, I'll cut it up and then I'll pile, like, I need to get the fluid out of it. I got to open it up.
Oh my God.
I just disfigured this animal so bad.
This is your beloved pet.
I had this thing from my freshman year. I take it out and it would sit on my shoulder and and then I I remember there was a moment where and it was not funny at the time, but like his lips had curled back.
Sure.
And just fluids bubbling out of its eyes and I was like, fuck.
That is hilarious.
Oh. And then I thought I had killed it, and then my buddy was like 2 days later, he's like, you over the death of Wilbury? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, just so you know, Hagen killed him.
Right.
And I was like, your dog fucking killed? I go, why would I felt shitty. I burned it to death. I disfigured it. And he was like, I knew you'd be upset. I didn't want to get the blame.
How the fuck did the dog kill it? Just one good bite?
I think because sometimes the iguanas could get out of the cage. It got so big that it could bump it out of the cage if it didn't have something on top of it.
Right.
And he was playing with it, and he killed it, I guess, in its mouth.
Well, how about Mike Cannon, right? He's been on the show a couple times. One time he said that he was having a party, right? And he was his parents were on vacation, so he had all these people come over, and they were, putting beer in the dog bowl, getting it high, whatever. Wakes up the next morning, dog is dead. Dog is completely dead, like family pet. So he's like, oh shit. He's like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? So his parents all of a sudden come home. They come home like early. He's like, what the fuck? He carries the dog outside, puts it up next to the tree, and backs the car up into the dog. to tell his dad to try to make it look like he accidentally killed the dog, and he backed up twice to do it twice. And listen to this: his dad was watching him back the car up into the dog the whole time from the window, and his dad comes over, he's like, "What the fuck are you doing to the dog?" And he was like, "I hit him with the car." He's like, "No, you didn't. I saw you lay the dead dog and run it over twice." And then he got sent to military school for a year. For a whole year, he got sent to military school.
He backed up into
The dog twice because he killed it with weed and beer the night before. Fucking lunatic, right?
Oh man.
So great.
Who is this guy?
Mike Cannon. He's a great guy. He's been on Opie show a couple of times. He's a
Yeah,
comic.
he's twisted.
Twisted fucker.
Mike is twisted.
yeah.
He's fun though. Mike is all right.
Well, you know Kurt Metzger.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So when I first started comedy, I worked the door at this place called the Boston Comedy Club.
Oh, yeah.
And I used to hang out with Big J and Kurt Metzger every fucking night. So one night, and Big J hated that Kurt Metzger had a cat. He hated that Metzger had a cat. He was like, and you know, Kurt, for those of you who don't know, grew up a Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah.
Very sheltered, like just different. So, and then Jay's chick got pregnant, and he's like, "Man, you gotta get rid of the cat." And Kurt's like, "No, I'm not getting rid of the cat. I love this cat." So finally they split up. They moved different places. I haven't seen Jay in a while. And I see Jay and I go, "So will they move out?" And he's like, "Yeah, they moved out." And I said, "What did Kurt find a place that could take a cat?" And he goes, "No." And he's really upset. He goes, "No." And I go, "What happened?" He goes, "Kurt just said he just let it go." I go, "Let it go?" And he goes, "Yeah, in a story, he just let it go." I go, "You can't let a cat go in a house cat." Right. Kurt's sheltered brain just opened the doors like, "Be free! You're gone! You're one with the earth now!"
It's probably got no claws. You can't let a house cat go in
my
fucking
God.
Astoria.
It's my favorite. And Kurt's
With those feral cats out there, it
Oh, my
doesn't
God.
it doesn't have a chance.
at all. It's a house cat, just
Right.
like, "What the fuck, man?"
Right. Oh.
And then Kurt always goes, "That's not how it happened." But Jay and I remember distinctly how it happened. That's how it happened.
But Kurt liked the cat.
Kurt loved the cat.
So why would he get rid of his cat?
So we had this visual of Kurt doing that, like from Annie when she wants the dog to get away, you stupid cat.
Yeah.
And the cat's just staring at him. He's like, "No, I hate you. I hate you. Run away." Oh, I got to meet Mike Cannon.
Mike Cannon's a great guy.
That might be one of my favorite
Dude,
stories I've ever heard.
And he tells it like fucking straight face. You know, like you're a lunatic.
Right.
I mean, look at him. He's a fucking psycho.
There he is.
My boy.
He ran over his own fucking dog.
Yeah.
Oh,
fucking
my
guy.
God.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. He likes
man.
drinking?
Oh yeah, he gets fucking hammered.
I like him already.
He was one. I just went to his wedding last month, and it was one of those weddings that you're like, this is, if I get
That was one
married,
of those
this is
good
how
weddings.
it has to be, man. The bride was cool as shit. Didn't put zero pressure on everybody. She was fucking mad that she had to get her makeup done. She was like, "I just want to drink." So she like came out, no makeup, and she still looked beautiful. And Mike is just there on fucking acid. He doesn't even, he's spinning the wrong way.
Acid for real?
Mike is, he's the best.
Holy fuck,
His
I
wife
want to
is the
party with
best.
this guy.
His wife is
he
the
dropped
best.
acid at his wedding?
Yeah.
For real?
Or mushrooms. I'm sorry, mushrooms.
Get him on the phone. What's his number?
Mike, yeah.
Yeah, give it to our guys. I want to talk to Mike if he went to his own wedding on mushrooms.
I fucking love this guy.
That's strong.
Ask him if he wants to start doing the road with me.
You want his number? You want to call him?
Yeah, we'll
We'll call him. They want to know if you're going to Edmonton anytime soon, Chris Distefano.
I hope to. I just came from House of Comedy in Phoenix, so that's the same owner.
Any fans out there?
We did have fans out there. There
All
were
right.
15 people at every show, and 8 of them were Opie fans. So
All
thank you.
We got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
We gotta
That
start
Edmonton is
somewhere.
one fucking fantastic room.
I've never been
Yeah.
to Edmonton.
It's one. I'm not even joking. It might be one of the best road clubs
Yeah.
in the world.
It
Why?
is.
What makes it so good?
Low ceilings, spread out perfectly, like fanned out.
Right.
Like when you want a club to be like not too deep,
Yeah.
but go off on the sides and go deep to the right and the left. Just one of the and just low ceilings and thunderous. And man,
You guys love low ceilings.
Edmonton,
That's the best.
The people in Edmonton are fucking. They're like cool as shit. They're all hardworking, rich as fuck, love to party, big trucks, love toys. I love Edmonton.
Why are they rich as fuck? Gas
Oil.
up there?
Oil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That's what I
like the
figured.
Texas of Canada.
Ari called me. He goes, "If you're going, bring 2 suitcases of shirts." I go, "No, I bring a lot." And he goes,
Right.
No, double what you're bringing. I was like, "I'll be fine." I brought my normal order. I sold out of shirts before the late show Friday.
Wow.
Wow.
What kind of shirts you got? Anything good?
Yeah, go to my website.
Well,
BertBertBert.com. I got my machine shirt is.
We only have 3 guys that work on the show, and one's calling Mike Cannon, so we're short right now, so I can't check out your website.
I have one that's my face in Russian propaganda art. It says "I am the machine." I think I sent you one. I sent you one.
I would wear that shit.
I got another one that I drew called "Fat Shaming is Real." It's me as a fat mermaid.
Right.
I got a shirt from the time I fought a bear that says "Marshmallow," but it's a bear's face.
Nice.
And I got a bunch. Of merch.
Where do they go? BertBertBert.com?
Yeah, go to BertBertBert.com, but I think it's been hacked, so it might be midget porn.
Well, when the fuck are you going to get your website back?
I told every time I pull it up on my phone, it comes up fine. But everyone says when they Google it, midget porn comes up.
Midget porn?
Yeah, type in Bert Kreischer and just see what comes up. Naked cowgirls, what is vagina kokobaki?
Is that your website?
Yeah, go click it.
Yeah, click it. BertBertBert.com is not working right now.
That can't be good when you have an hour special coming out.
Maybe everyone's hitting your website right now for the T-shirts.
Yeah, that's probably exactly what it is.
Bert's got a special on Showtime coming up November 11th.
Showtime is a fucking nice place to have a special now.
You think?
That changed Sebastian Maniscalco's whole career.
Dude, I just watched one of the videos he put on Instagram.
Yeah.
You know, he had me fucking howling laughing.
Funny motherfucker, man.
There you go. There's my website.
All right, it popped
it ain't
back
midget
up.
porn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, November 3rd, your birthday's
homepage
coming up.
Yeah, I turned 44.
Wow, you don't look it.
Yeah.
Those T-shirts are all right. Yeah.
Those are good T-shirts. And by the way, I also have my T-shirts at ChristyComedy.com. I have one T-shirt for sale at the Hungarian flag penguin.
It sells very well.
Sells very well. I just
sells very well.
Bert's, she got a lot better shirts, but I have a shirt.
What makes that Instagram video so funny, Bert? You can't just say that.
It's a good joke. It's about marrying a Jewish chick, and he's just like. He's like, I love the way he does it. Like, what I love about Sebastian's comedy is he incorporates his dad, and his dad is a great comic voice. Like, he told his dad when he was a kid, I'm just doing his bit, but he's told his dad when he was a kid he wanted a dog. He goes, yeah, the neighbor's got a dog. Go down the street and pet that dog, then come back and mow the lawn. Like, he just love that. The voice of his dad makes me laugh.
Very cool.
Yeah, he's good.
We're trying to get Mike Cannon on the phone. We'll see if we get him.
I texted him, too. He may be in
he finally has an opportunity to be on the radio show.
Well, he's at that point in his
everything.
He's at that point in his career now where he's just starting
where
to
he
get
wants
some
to kill
things.
Himself?
Well, no, he was, but now he's starting to get some things popping, so he's always in like a meeting.
Oh, okay.
Or like he'll always be like, I'll text you back in 10. I'm like, shut up, homo.
The meeting stage.
What's going on in his career?
No, well, I think he's just got, a lot of new opportunities. He's got, he's involved in, I think, pilot thing with VH1, and then he's going to get on the Colbert Show.
All right.
Yeah, so he's one of those.
Things are happening for him.
One of those guys, yeah.
Also today on the show, Jim Brewer might be checking in because he might have chicken pox.
Oh, wow.
That's dangerous at this age.
Didn't we talk about that last week with him? And so he has it.
Yeah, did you get your fucking shots?
The flu shot?
No, the chicken pox shot.
I got chicken pox when I was a kid, so I'm immune.
But, I mean, he must have had chicken pox when he was younger.
He said he did not.
What was he talking about? Like his kid had it? Or?
His kid had it, and then he was saying he was...
what, Paul?
His kid had to get the shots.
Yeah, well, now he's got it.
What does it turn into if you're older? It turns into shingles.
Yeah, which sucks. They say that sucks.
Brewer's got fucking chicken pox?
No, which would be shingles.
No, we don't know that officially.
Brewer's got chicken pox.
He's at the doctor's office right now, and he wants to call in.
Jim Brewer is contagious.
Especially if he has chicken pox.
He forgot. We did radio on Wednesday. He forgot he had a theater show on Saturday. Remember? He had no idea that he was at the Tarrytown Music Hall.
Yeah, we helped him out.
How do you just forget that?
He was going to blow off a theater show.
He had no idea.
If it wasn't for me and Chris.
He was going to go to L.A. and just fucking have all his fans waiting there.
All right. I don't think Mike Cannon's going to call. Well, maybe a little later.
Yeah, I texted him.
He's in a meeting.
Because we only have Bert till 4, and then he's got to do a classic rock hour or something. You ready?
Right.
You ready to do that?
Oh yeah.
Did he change up any of your songs?
No. I got my list all perfect. All right.
Oh wait, hold on. I just got a text from Mike.
Yeah.
I'm filming a movie right now.
Wow.
Should I call back?
What do you mean?
Jesus, Mike.
Filming a movie.
I thought I was the one with the career.
You're a fast texter. I can't text.
Yeah, you text like it's an age thing because he texts like all the kids do with two hands. I'm a one-hand texter.
My big fat stupid thumb getting in the way.
Yeah,
messing up my tweets and my text messages all the time.
Yes.
What are the odds you'd be wearing the exact same shirt in that picture and today?
Oh, that was today.
No, that was today.
Oh, we forgot to talk about him.
Bublé, babe.
All right, so
I'm a huge Bublé fan.
So what are the odds you'd be wearing this shirt?
So we walk from upstairs where I have like an empty office, but I finally got chairs in there. Nothing else because I got to share the office with a whole bunch of fucking assholes. People that come up to New York for the day, they get this office. That's what they think of me these days. They give me an office that is a shared office with everybody else in the company.
Yeah.
So when they come to New York for a couple days, that's their office. So if they're not, if no one else is using this place, I get to go in there and hang out for a little while because I have nowhere else to hang out. I went over that last week. We don't have to do that again. So then we're coming downstairs and I see Bublé. So I just scream out boobs. Yo, boobs!
Yeah.
And 3 people turn around and give me a horrendous, dirty look.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
That's weird that you can't just recognize people in these hallways.
I know.
There's a weird energy around
I call
here.
them boobs.
But he loved it. When I went, then I said, you know what? I'm going to go take a picture with him.
And so that's when I went, faggot.
Still haven't met you yet. I walked up to him and I just go right away. I was like, "Who's your favorite hockey team?" Because I was wearing the Islander stuff. And then he goes Vancouver, and I was like, "Nice." And then I was like, "Can I get a picture with you?" And then he took the picture. And then it was like, "You should come on and do the Opie show." And then some guy, from Sirius was like, "No, you wouldn't like that show." I was like, "Yes, he would." And then some lady was like, "Yeah, he would be great on the Opie show." I was like, "You'd be great."
Right.
And then he said he can't make it. And then I was on my phone trying to show him that I actually am a real fan. Like I got his music downloaded.
Yeah.
And then he fucking was like, "Why are you looking at your phone?" Like he got mad at me.
Right.
I was like, "No, I'm just trying to show you I like your music." And then he got pulled away. So I think Bublé thinks I'm a dick, even though I'm a big fan.
So his people don't want him to be on our
I don't know
our
if it was
show
his
here?
guy. It may have been his guy. I don't know.
And you're a fan?
I love Boop. Dude, every time I go through a breakup,
That
it's
means
Pinot
you're-
Grigio and Michael Bublé.
That means
That's how I
you're-
get through.
That means you're a fan of the ST speech impediment.
What's that?
He's got a speech impediment?
Oh, go ahead, Eric. Tell the people instead of telling me. Eric's getting all mad at me.
What happened?
Because they had a huge segment where they destroyed him for having a speech impediment during a Christmas special.
You did?
Bublé?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he wouldn't like to show up.
What was the one song? World on a String?
I got the world on a string.
Shut up.
I'll find the song.
Oh, when you hear it, Bert, you'll never unhear it.
But I'll find the song.
Oh, Bert, let me fucking turn you on to
Let me
something
hear it, let me hear it.
I'll find the song, but he's got a limited amount of time. Mike Cannon's on the
All right,
hotline,
go
so
find
grab him.
World on a
Oh, we got
String. I forget
He's
how
a
he
busy
says it.
man.
He's filming a movie.
Mike Cannon, how are you, buddy? Been a while.
I'm good, dude. I know, man. How you doing?
Good. What movie are you filming?
It's an indie movie, so we'll see if it goes anywhere besides Pornhub or something.
All right. Well, we got Bert Kreischer and, of course, Chris Distefano in studio. And Chris said he went to your wedding very recently, and you were at your own wedding on shrooms. I need to know if this is true.
Listen, I didn't do full mushrooms, but I did do quite a few edibles and a couple bumps of coke. So
I thought you were on mushrooms.
Don't worry, it just got better. Don't worry. Scrap the mushroom story. Some edibles and some bumps of coke. I fucking love this guy.
yeah, I was being pulled in several different directions. I really couldn't tell what was what, and I missed my favorite goddamn song too. I was furious.
What song?
I don't know. What is that? Sia and Sean Paul, Bida Bong Bong, whatever song that is.
I don't know, yeah.
All right.
It was your music. I was telling you were the best wedding ever, and that Nicole was great because, like, she was getting her makeup done and just wanted to drink and have fun, and she was fucking mad.
This is what I need to know.
She got so fired up she started doing push-ups in the middle of the dance circle on the floor.
Bert loves you.
Oh, do you guys want a double date?
Bert
Absolutely, man. I'm a huge fan of Bert's, by the way. I read his book and everything. I love Bert.
I'm a big fan of yours, and we just met. I fucking love you.
Dude, you guys got to do the road together. Somebody will
Holy
die.
shit, man.
So here's the deal. So family dynamics.
Hope you're dying of bus accident
Who gave
for
you
my
the
entire
edibles
day
and who gave you
yesterday.
the coke? I mean, that's what I need to know.
Everybody gave me edibles because I'm a huge pot fan, so I was just
it
eating them
affected a lot of people.
Yeah.
And then
It
at one
affected
point, I
a
think
lot.
after my sixth tequila shot in the first hour of our reception, somebody was like, "You need to wake up a little bit." So then I shot to Jupiter on a couple key bumps.
You need to wake up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I just remember yell singing for the rest of the night. It wasn't very melodic, but it certainly was passionate.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, great.
Mike's a great
Cannon's the
guy.
Hey,
real deal.
I want to see a picture of his wife.
Yeah. How long you been with your wife, man?
On and off since we were 10 years old.
No kidding.
Yeah, a long time.
Yeah.
Since they were 10?
Yeah, I mean, now this time, our official date of getting back together is when the Giants beat the Pats to make them go 18-1. So that was by far the best night of my life.
Oh, this might be one of the best bros you could ever fucking have.
He's dude. He's day one. Mike and I met literally the first day I was doing comedy.
I bet I fucking got Dimitri Martin, and you got Mike Cannon.
I got fucking Mike Cannon.
Fucking Dimitri's like,
yeah, dude.
You want to go to a museum today?
Yeah,
no,
dude. He does smoke so much and party so hard. His hair is full blown gray. He's 29 years old. He's got gray fucking Richard Gere hair, just from full blown party.
Mike Cannon?
Mike Cannon's got gray hair, salt and pepper.
So you went gray since the last time I saw you?
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, I've been graying since I was like 20, 21, but yeah, it's, stressful living.
That's his wife. There's Nicole.
That's his wife?
Yeah.
All right.
Beautiful girl.
Shut the fuck up.
There you go. Mike's doing all right for himself.
And Nicole is a cousin of the late, great Mike Distefano.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You serious?
Yeah.
Mikey used to do the show all
Mike
the
used to
time.
do the show all the time, so there's another connection there.
Loved Mike.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very good. Now you just brought us all down. Now I'm thinking about Mike.
I know, but they went to fucking Where'd you go for your honeymoon? In Monkey
We
Temple?
went to Bali. I was going to do mushrooms in Bali, but they told us that they have like this lawless island called the Gili Islands, where there's no hospitals, no police, no anything. But they don't sell weed, but they do sell mushrooms. And I asked around, and they said some of them are good. It's like a 3-hour trip, and then others they dip them in acid, and you might be gone for 16 straight hours. So I was like, well,
I'll pass.
Tomorrow, I
You would pass on that?
I'll pass on that opportunity.
You would definitely pass on that?
Acid's maybe one of the most scary fucking drugs I've ever done in my life.
Acid?
I'll never do acid again.
I don't want to be in a Balinese prison seeing God.
What made acid so scary to you?
To me?
I've never done acid. I've done high dosage of mushroom.
That's what they say. The acid, man. That's your connection to the aliens, bro.
No. That's
the connection to the aliens.
10 hours of you not being able to turn it off.
I'm doing DMT in a couple of weeks.
Okay, hold on. Okay, you got to listen to this. I might be fucking this up. I think it's not Ryan Stout. Shit. It might be Ryan Stout does DMT with Shane Moss on a podcast.
Yeah.
And it's one of the fucking craziest things I've ever heard in my life.
Oh,
really?
shit.
Yeah.
I'm 100% listening
Who are
to
you
that.
going to do
I
it
love
with?
Shane, too.
Do you know Shane?
Yeah, I've met him before, and I listen to his stuff. It's great.
Dude, hook up with Shane and do DMT. He's like a fucking guru for that shit.
And
Yeah,
how long
I'm
is
doing
this?
it with my buddy who's a shaman. He married us, actually.
Jesus
Christ! Tim's a shaman.
By a shaman.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that part. Yeah.
How do you leave that out?
How do you leave that out?
I don't, because he was on coke. It was.
How do you forget
shaman?
that guy comes in on an elephant and hops off and he's like, I'm here to marry you.
Oh, that's right. He got married by a
fucking shaman.
How long is the
Not to
DMT?
mention, and I had a buddy that read the lyrics to Thunder in Your Heart from the BMX movie Rad. So that was pretty.
Yeah,
that was a
fun.
special moment.
That was fun, too.
Hey, did parents come to this wedding?
yeah. My wife's dad, who she doesn't necessarily even talk to all that much, wasn't the biggest fan.
Yeah, he's a dick, that guy. I'll say that.
Really?
Yeah,
he
he's
was
a
just,
giant.
He was just one of those
fuckface.
guys that he was like, like trying to like talk down to Mike, like you marry my daughter. Blah, 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 blah.
Let's just put things in perspective.
Yeah.
He's married to a guy that's on a bunch of edibles and doing coke, screaming at the top of his lungs.
Who thought it was a good idea to have a shaman marry his daughter.
This idiot's
We're
marrying
going
my
to Bali
kid.
looking for mushrooms, Dad. Welcome to the family,
Part of me
Mike.
just wanted to be like, I hope you know I've been fucking your daughter since she was 15. Like
That should have been part of the best man speech.
How sick is this, too, Mike? I've never been at a wedding where the best man did a speech. You know, the maid of honor did a speech, and then an hour later, Mike, the fucking groom, did a speech. He did a 15-minute speech
on drugs.
On drugs.
Wow.
To the family.
That
it was
is-
a great wedding.
And I made a reference to Nicole fingering my ass. That didn't. That
didn't land.
Liked it.
But it was great though. It didn't land. The comics we were dying, but her family was in shock.
Well, I would imagine.
Where did you grow
I
up, Mike?
imagine they would be.
What'd you say?
Where did you grow up?
Rockland County, New York.
Okay.
You still doing that?
Yeah, so
podcast?
right here, Levity Live.
You still doing the podcast with the conspiracy guy?
Inside the rabbit hole.
No, we just ended that actually because that guy was a nightmare human being. So we're kind of regrouping, and me and the shaman are gonna do our own thing.
All right.
Yeah.
And a DMT trip, how long does that last? Like 15 minutes? Is that the one that's
Yeah,
quick?
like 15 Earth minutes.
15 Earth minutes.
Yeah, so it could seem like a lot longer because
I think anyone can handle a 15-minute trip.
No, Opie. No. Listen to this podcast, and you listen to them do DMT.
Yeah.
And
you're never the same after that 15 minutes?
I'll just tell you, no, you come out totally fine. But I will tell you, in listening to it, I had a panic attack listening to it. Because you hear him doing real guttural, like, and Shane's like, hey, man, close your eyes, man, close your eyes, don't fight it. You can hear him fighting it.
Right. Oh, my God.
Check to see if it's DMT and Shane. Oh, is this it?
I don't know.
Is it Ryan Stout? I want to say it might be Ryan Stout.
With Ryan
Isn't
Singer?
that what happened with Rogan and Stanhope? Didn't Rogan say that Doug started foaming from his mouth and was the only slippery moment he's ever had with it?
I don't know.
But Rogan's a big proponent of DMT.
Like that.
Yeah, what do you get from the DMT? You just see, like, what?
Ryan Singer. It's Ryan Singer. It's Ryan Singer.
It's the ultimate hallucinogen. It's the most powerful and also one of the most illegal. But it gives you the answers, I suppose.
Yeah, the answer.
See if you can find that clip in there, and it's towards like you can just start skipping through. And I'm telling you right now, if you hear the audio on this podcast, you'll be like, "Holy shit!" Right. I might second but then he comes out and he's like, "It was fucking amazing."
Really?
But yeah, you go to a different place.
So wait, DMT is the chemical that's released right before you die?
Yes.
Yeah,
that's what
and
that,
also
that's
during
what that is.
REM sleep, straight from your pineal gland.
Nice.
It's amazing that that I mean I would have definitely done that if I was around when I was in college. I would have definitely done it.
Right.
We did everything.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're not going to do DMT now?
I won't do anything anymore. I took mushrooms one time on accident. Not on accident. I did it on purpose. But I was an adult. It was me, and I won't say names, but like Billy Gardell, Pete Corielli, and we all. No, kidding. But I did take mushrooms, and I didn't realize there was a third show in Dallas.
Was it a different experience being older?
It sucked because I was like, a massive, overwhelming sense of responsibility landed on me, and I was like,
oh, I bet.
Fuck, man, I'm responsible for people. Yeah. Like like my brain is the only way I make money, and here I am fucking with it, and I was like, Pete Corielli just grabbed me. He's like, bro, we'll go to the fucking piano bar. We'll sing Billy Joel. It's gonna be fun, man. Drink it away. And I was like, you're right.
Yeah.
And we just had a great time.
Oh, so you were able to get out of that?
I was able to get out of it. Yeah. But
I'm just wondering because I did mushrooms when I was in my early 20s. I wonder if it would be a different experience when you're older.
Ari gave us all mushroom. Maybe I shouldn't say this. Never mind.
You want everyone just to forget what you said.
I definitely shouldn't say this.
Ignore what you just heard, people.
But Ari was always finding mushrooms, and he gave some to me and my wife, and he was like, you guys should use these and have fun, and I was like. So I took them home. I was like, babe, I got mushrooms for me and you. And she's like, yeah, we're throwing them fuck away.
Oh, really?
And she's like, those are not sitting in our fucking house.
She wasn't going to entertain
So I just gave them to somebody else.
Yeah.
Doing them with your wife, though, is one of the more powerful things you could do. I remember I kissed the bed once, and then I did them the next morning with my girl. And we just laid on the barren mattress and just realized that we were, meant to be. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Nah, my wife would be like, we need to clean this house. I wouldn't mind doing ecstasy with my wife.
Yeah.
She'd never do it, but I would love to do ecstasy with her.
Yeah. See, I've never done a drug, but every girl I've ever been with has done a drug, and now I feel because I have a kid, I can't do a drug until they're 18. So I feel fucking always left out of these conversations. Like anytime Mike does mushrooms, or because he like goes deep into the woods by himself and does mushrooms, like I want to do that shit. I want to go with him, but I just feel like I can't.
You should start with a Klonopin.
Yeah,
those are really fun.
You should start with a Tylenol PM.
You should start.
All right.
You should start with some NyQuil.
Mike,
All right,
what party?
I actually got to get back to this thing.
Mike, you're a big star.
All right, send me dick pics later.
Hey, Mike, the offer's open to both of you guys. If you're ever in LA and you want to do my podcast, please, it's an open invite.
I'll be in LA November 9th to the 23rd.
Give him my number.
I will. I'll give it to him.
All right.
I just met Michael Bublé, by the way. I met Michael Bublé, so you know what, that fucking dream just came true. You know about him and me.
Oh, my God. Did you breathe Pinot in his face?
Yes, I did. Pinot Grigio and Michael Bublé.
Christ.
He fucking knows. My boy, that's how I get through every breakup.
You really like him.
Dude, all I do is rip Sutter Home and listen to Still Haven't Met You Yet.
Sutter Home. Oh, my God.
That's what I do.
Well, I'm going to turn Bert Kreischer onto the speech impediment today.
Okay, let's hear it.
All right, Mike Cannon, thank you, buddy.
I'll see you later, Mikey.
All right, thank you, guys.
All right.
Have a good one.
Yeah, right on. Good call from Mike. Eric, you got the song?
Interesting.
Yeah, man.
What happened to Eric?
How you
He's
doing
dead.
with that? Did you find it?
I'm right here.
Oh, you got the song?
Did you find it?
Second.
Not yet.
All right. I got to turn Bert onto this before he leaves us at around 4 o'clock or so.
It's in part 2. It's definitely in part 2. You're on part 1 right now.
All right. And he's trying to find the...
I was in a car. It was riveting. Ryan Singer. It's not Ryan Stout. Ryan Stout does not do DMT. Ryan Singer does DMT with Shane Moss. And I'm telling you, I was with my assistant. We were in the car, and both of us were staring at each other like, holy shit.
All right.
Fucking crazy.
We'll find a piece of that. Eric, go ahead.
All right. This is I got the world on a string.
I've got the world on a string.
You'll never unhear that.
Oh, you should have taken a selfie with him. Hey, real quick, Buble, you mind if we take a selfie?
Are you from Barcelona?
Is that your polyester?
There's your boy, Chris.
That's my fucking boy.
Open the door so I can yell boobs again. Yo, boobs!
I asked him what size waist. 32 for the people.
32?
Wanna know. Yep.
I was thinking more like a 31 on
32,
on the
but
boobs.
yeah, it's not. That's a European.
Yeah. Can you start the song from the beginning?
No. I just like that.
It's even better to hear the build
To hear the build-up.
Everything
All right.
else is good.
Because he nails every other.
He
ass.
nails every other word.
The intro is way too long. That's
Okay.
why we have it cut here.
All right. But play it out from there then. Do it again, but
Yep.
play it out.
Here we go.
Because everything else is great.
Oh my gosh. String.
What the fuck?
Are you serious? That can't be real.
Because he doesn't sound like that in his other songs.
Oh, yes, he does.
No.
Yes, he does, brother.
Yeah, because
I still haven't met you yet.
Hang on,
Put on number 10 on that album, Thuffer and Thuck That.
Hang on, because
We've done hours on this.
And
you
we'll put-
will never unhear that, my friend. We just fucked up Buble for you.
we'll put that old bit on the podcast for this week.
Yeah.
But the other song we noticed he did it was during his Christmas special because he did it at Rockefeller Center.
Right.
Many years ago.
Are you talking about Santa Claus is coming to town?
No, but you may know this Christmas classic.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
That's not that
It's
bad.
not as bad. Wait, how does not an engineer pick that up and go, him and your asses
I
are...
guarantee they picked it up and they were like, fuck, this is the best it's going to get.
How do you become a big... That's like...
He's enormous. And he can't say... He can't say
You know
string.
what?
What?
No, because when I asked him who his favorite team was, he did say the Canucks. The Vancouver Canucks.
Can you do the string one again, please?
So funny. Fucking boobs.
String. Sing.
This is sadly going to be in my rotation. This will cheer me up every time I hear
I'm
it.
telling you, it's
Do you do karaoke?
Yeah, I do karaoke.
You should do it this way now.
Really?
Yeah.
That would
Yes.
be great.
Got the world on a string. I always do Creed.
Why did you
Higher.
pick that song to sing?
Creed?
No,
Oh.
I'm just saying that song by Buble. He can sing anything. How about you avoid saying string?
I got the world on a piece of rope. A little piece of yarn.
A thread. He would probably have a tough time with thread too, right?
Thread, yes, but
it's more S's.
I can't believe that.
Oh, I'm so happy I turned you on to that. Oh yeah,
that's gonna cheer me up.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
And does that fuck you up?
Oh, shit. No, it doesn't. But now when I listen to the song, his music, I'm gonna be looking out for the F.
I can't believe that you because I nurse a breakup very differently than you.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is very specific. My wife dumped me after like dating for like 4 months.
Okay.
And I was fucking destroyed. And what I did is I took my mattress off my bed. I moved it into my closet.
Right.
I brought a TV and a VCR. That's how long. No, it was a DVD player into the closet as well. Shut the door, and I needed cave time. Like when an animal gets wounded, it goes to a cave to be like, I'm gonna be okay.
Right.
And
to recuperate.
Yeah, to recuperate.
Nah, dude.
Bunch of beer, bunch of NyQuil, and Fight Club.
No, me, it's Bublé, it's Michael Bublé, it's Pinot Grigio or White Zinfandel, some type of Sutter Home product, or Carlo Rossi, and then a lot of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Nice.
That's what I do. I got the sweets.
I can handle the peanut butter and jelly
sandwiches.
But
you know what it is? I think because that's what my mom. I really think it comes from my mom. I was a single mom, and every time I would be coming up the stairs, my mom would have a boyfriend. If I saw like 2 or 3 polished off bottles of like Pinot Grigio, White Zinfandel, I knew she was going through a problem. So then I think that's what I associate with now. When I'm going through a problem, I go right to the wine because that's what I saw my mother do. She was always be on the phone with her friend Barbara talking about why George is a piece of shit.
Good God. Did you find that DMT? God, it's.
All right, we're trying.
Are you close?
Sitting there and sniffing like the whole time.
Really? You don't hear Shane going, open your eyes. Close your eyes, man. Close your eyes.
We got a guy that did DMT like a few weeks ago. Nick,
sick.
Nick in Denver. Go ahead, Nick.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm glad in the afternoon. Hope you guys are killing it.
Oh, thanks, man.
I did it for the first time. It actually wasn't a couple weeks ago. It was back July 8th. And, man, it was crazy. My buddy's a glass blower. So we were looking up online, like, the proper way to do it to actually blast off and lose your shit. And he made a meth pipe, and I guess you're supposed to hit it 3 times with no oxygen in between. So you take a full hit as much as you can, blow it out, immediately take another hit, blow it out, and take another hit. And during the first hit, I remember thinking, like, oh, shit, this is what my life has come to. I'm fucking smoking a meth pipe in my buddy's basement. And then after the second hit, the dude that was on the phone was talking about, like, 15 Earth minutes. That totally makes sense because just while I was hitting it, everything slowed down and all my thoughts were really, like, compressed. But during the second hit, I started panicking and I kind of just lost myself, and I realized how insignificant and what a piece of shit I am. And then by the third hit, I was gone. I was, like, out of myself, and I just remember just laying back, closing my eyes, and all I could see was a whole different world. And it's completely unbelievable, and it sounds crazy. I don't know how long I was there with my eyes closed, but what I saw was just like red laser lights, and there were 2 little things. They were like living, like they were made of red light too. They looked like mechanical elves, and they were there, but they were just observing, and I didn't even really notice them until I thought about it later when I came down. But anyway, as I started coming down, this must have been like maybe 5-10 minutes into it, I started kind of getting myself back, and I opened my eyes, and the same, like, red lights that I saw, like, everything was outlined in red lights when I'd opened my eyes and closed them. And it was there. I'd closed my eyes, and all the red lights were there. But the lights were so detailed. There was, like, it was like looking through a kaleidoscope, and it was insane. But, I mean, on top of just all the visuals, you go crazy like you do on acid and mushrooms. So it's like the peak of the acid high, just condensed down into like 5-10 minutes. Like, I lost my shit.
Would you do it again?
I did. I did it again a month later, and it wasn't nearly as strong. But I started coughing through the second hit, so I don't think I got like as good of a, I didn't get as good of a high. I didn't get as much drug delivered.
They say that is the closest thing to time travel is DMT.
Right.
Dude, it was. Sorry to interrupt.
No. I apologize.
It was insane, and it wasn't even like I was going into another dimension. Like I don't even know what it was. It's just It's nuts, man. It was the most traumatic experience I've ever had, and it was terrifying. But it was like very, like afterwards, it was very therapeutic because I realized like how insignificant I am. It just it crushes your ego, and it makes you realize your little insignificant shit is nothing. All of our shit that we worry about from day to day is nothing.
Don't you think scientists should be studying the DMT?
Dude, our brain naturally produces it. Of course they should. Like, it's produced in the pineal gland, and it's released, they say, when you're born and when you die or have near-death experiences.
I bet you they are studying it.
Because it seems like a lot of people say you could communicate on a whole different plane, so I think you hand that over to the scientists to try to figure that shit out.
Did you guys see the spirit molecule? Like, Rogan was in that. He was, like, basically the narrator. But that's based on a book, and the book goes into huge detail. They did study it where they were actually injecting people with it. So, I mean, obviously, that's like the way to just completely blast off. And they all, I mean, there was a lot of things that were common between everyone's experience, but one of the biggest ones was something outside, whether it's aliens or reptiles made of light or something that's observing you. So there's something to it, man.
There's
crazy.
I talked to Shane Moss. If you haven't had Shane on, you should. He is fucking fascinating. He's really into psychedelics. He does a whole tour where he's on tour right now, and he talks about psychedelics. He's also jumped off a cliff, broke both his heels, and it's kind of been hobbled from it. That's a fucking crazy story.
Right.
But he does ayahuasca. He does all that shit, and he loves it. And he's got really interesting perspectives about it. Like he was like, you should really get into it. You should try it. But I just don't. I don't have that. I don't have that brain.
Man,
I couldn't do it.
Scares you a little bit, right?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Nick. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks. But well, I was going to say, when they do the ayahuasca, they make a tea and it has something in it called a monoamine oxidase inhibitors, and that's actually old school antidepressants are monoamine oxidase inhibitors. And monoamine oxidase is this enzyme that actually breaks down DMT. That's why it's cleared so quickly, because your brain's crawling with that enzyme. So it chews up the DMT, but when they're using the monoamine oxidase inhibitors, it keeps the drug around for prolonged periods of time. I mean, I couldn't even imagine that. That's insane.
I'll tell you why I can never do this, because I can't remember all these words.
No.
Monoamine
it's an MAO inhibitor. You can just abbreviate it MAO.
Oh, MAO.
An MAO
We can
inhibitor.
handle that.
MAOI is what they call them, dude.
Yeah, right on. All right, Nick. Thank you so much, buddy. Bert's got to
You guys
go.
are awesome.
All right,
I gotta go.
appreciate it.
I'm gonna find this clip for him and I'll try to be back after I do this thing.
I didn't tell you my time traveler story.
What's your time traveler story?
You have like 2 minutes?
Yeah.
All right. So we got fired from radio in 2002. All right. And somewhere in between 2002 and 2004, I started seeing the number 11 a lot. Yeah, but I've looked it up. A lot of people see the number 11. Why are you hitting the counter?
11, I see it all the time. 11's my lucky number. My Showtime special airs 11/11. 11. Keep going.
Okay, so
You
then
got me.
So then 11. I mean, I was seeing it all the time. It was starting to freak me the fuck out. And then somewhere in there, I started seeing the number 9 as well. 9/11. Okay, but it was 11, and then the 9 started squeezing in there. So it seemed like every time I saw a number, it was either a 9 or 11. It started freaking me the fuck out. My dad, he's no longer with us, but he was a pretty deep fucking person. He believes in the afterlife and all that shit, and he believes in near-death experience and blah blah blah. So I had a conversation with my dad. I'm like, this 11 thing is freaking me the fuck out. What do you think this is about? And he threw an explanation out there. He's like, you know what? You were on the radio in New York. You know, 9/11 happened. Maybe it's the people that died on 9/11 and basically giving you a message like, don't fucking forget about us when you eventually get back on the radio, because we were off the air for a little over 2 years. All right.
Yeah.
So fast forward, he's fully aware of this whole 9/11 thing. 11/11/11, 9/99, 9/11, 11/09. It was all the fucking time, and we discussed it a lot. Fast forward to 2004, he dies in a horrific car accident right outside the house that we were brought up in. Horrific, T-boned, dead. Okay, so I go to the accident site, and I'm like, you know, I lost my dad unexpectedly. I thought I'd have him another year or two, even though he had a bad heart, but he died this way in a car accident. So I'm at the crash scene, and there's all shit still all over the place, because they don't clean up everything. They clean up the big parts, but they don't clean up the little pieces of the car and stuff, right? And I'm sitting there on the side of the road, and I go, man, just give me a sign, man. Give me a sign that you're all right. Give me a sign, something, because I never got to say goodbye to him, which kills me to this day. So I'm looking around, I'm like, just give me a sign, anything. Maybe something fell out of the car. I don't know, you know. I see a little piece of paper. Little piece of paper. I got this piece of paper. I can prove this. And I'm like, oh, what is this? So I turn it over. It's like maybe 2 stamps that big. I turn it over, and it says 911 exit check.
Really?
Wow.
What the fuck are the odds of? Obviously, I think it was like a coat check, but it was 911 exit check at the accident site. Freaked me the fuck out, but also made me, smile inside. Like,
that he's okay.
Well, I don't know what I believe, to be honest with you. I think it's far-fetched, but it's pretty fucked up. But I'm at the accident site going, please, show me a sign, and I'm looking. It's the only thing that I pick up. Everything else is just garbage. It's just trash. It's pieces of, of the car and whatnot.
That's fucking sick.
Turned the fucking thing over. 911 exit check. That's all it fucking said.
Oh, fuck.
Well, I believe, like...
You believe that shit?
Well, I got into it when I was 17, like, I had to get, like, pried out of a car. I got destroyed in a car. I didn't get hurt, actually, but my grandpa had died a year before, and he had this very specific smell, my grandpa. Like, he just was one of those guys, but it was his smell. It was like and we would talk about it constantly, like, oh, that's Pop's smell. Yeah. Pops. We smell you coming. Oh, it was a joke amongst our family. And when I got into that accident, the firemen said, they were like, when we showed up to this, we fully expected you were dead inside this car. So they pull me out, and I swear, as soon as the car hit and the airbag deployed, that smell of my grandpa was everywhere. It was on my clothes.
It was
I swear it was on every...
I want one of these!
To the point of where my mom, of course, rushes to the scene. I didn't even go to the hospital. Yeah. But she said, you smell just like Poppy. You smell just like Poppy. And I was like, I know. I was like, I think it's the airbag stuff. Right. And then as time went by, I was like, that was him protecting me, because the fireman, because you're in the moment, you don't even know, but the fireman said, he's like, we thought we were guaranteed you were dead.
It turns out his grandfather just worked at an airbag department. He just made airbags.
That's what it was. Yeah. That's what it was.
God, that's good.
One other thing, I wish you could stay for a little longer, but so then my friend from LA flies in for my dad's funeral in the wake. He was there for me, which was awesome, right? And then I'm driving him back to the airport. I think he was flying out of Kennedy, I believe. And we're flying down the road, and I see like 2 smokestacks in the distance. And now I'm joking. I'm like, Jay, there's the 11 again, Yeah. But then we went into, what the fuck is this 11, the 9? I told him about the exit check thing. I saw at the accident site. And I'm like, what do you really think this is about? He's like, I don't know, man, but it is weird. Because he saw, like, my mom was still in the hospital from the same accident, and her numbers in the fucking hospital were popping up 11 and 9 a lot.
Shut up. Wow.
And he even saw that, and he doesn't believe in shit. He thinks you die, and that is it. And he's like, I'll be honest with you, that is pretty fucking weird, man, because I saw it with my own eyes, right?
That's fucking insane.
So we're discussing it on the way to the airport. I see the smokestacks in the distance. It's an 11. Now we're just going for the joke. I'm like, oh, Jay, another 11, And then I'm like, what do you think it's about? He goes, I don't know, man, but that is weird. At that moment, a car cuts us off. He has a vanity plate that says, it's a clue, and then takes off. I go, Jay, did you fucking see that?
It's a clue?
I swear to God, that's what his fucking vanity plate fucking said. I go, you saw that, right? Now we're both fucking freaking out. Our hair is like standing up, like, what the fuck are the odds of that? So I try to catch up to the car, because I'm like, we got to make sure we just saw what we saw, right? Could never fucking get to the car. I could never fucking...
Still to this day, do you think you know what it means? Do you have any idea what the clue is? Or
I know. I mean, no.
It's a clue.
It's just weird fucking... It might have been just some dumb coincidence, but it fucking freaked us out. It's a clue on vanity plate.
11, man. I'm telling you. When they called me about my special, they gave me a bunch of dates, and then they pulled it all, and they go, it's just going to happen on November 11th. And I immediately was like, fuck, yes, 11.
That's it, man.
11. I always put, when I was on Cowhead's Cruise, I put fucking $20 on 11. It fucking hit.
Nailed it.
Well, no, I lost a bunch before that.
Look, they're outside the studio. They got to drag you out of here, which sucks. But we're not going to forget, 11/11 is Bert Kreischer's
11/11, man. Especially not now.
Yeah.
God damn, that's perfect. All right, I'm going to try to sneak back in.
Are you going to try to come back in before you're unmasked with Ron Bennington at 5 o'clock? You guys are taping that, right?
Yep.
Bert, what a fucking
this has been so much fucking
what a
fun.
fucking joy this has been the last 2 days. Hopefully you come back before the end of today's show, all right?
I will.
All right.
All right, I'll see you guys. Man,
Bert's got to run out.
You too, man.
And the Bert Kreischer videos are up on YouTube. You might squeeze another one or two.
Can I see my jackets in here?
Yeah, you can just leave everything. But go to the YouTube channel, Opie Radio. It's the big push to 100,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. We're getting there.
Gotta make it.
There's some great videos up there right now. The Bert Kreischer shit.
That's great.
Him crying yesterday is just unbelievable. And also check out the one we posted a little while ago, 1 hour earlier.
It's hilarious.
1 hour earlier is going to be a great fucking video. I'll put it on Facebook and everything else later, but basically it's Bert Kreischer singing Bon Jovi with his shirt off, and then you just wait, just wait for it. Just wait for it.
Fucking Bert.
I promise you will laugh at that one. Okay, Chris Distefano, what do you got, buddy?
Yes, sir. Oh, we're going into break?
Yeah.
The plugs? I got ChristyComedy.com. Go get Hungarian penguin flag T-shirts. Got that going. This Friday, I'll be at Hanover University in Indiana, opening up for the Great Sal Volcano of Impractical Jokers. And then I got nothing. I got to go to LA for 2 weeks to do a thing. So I got no real road dates coming up. But everyone who came the last few weeks to my shows, all three of you, thank you. I appreciate it.
We got to get your numbers up.
Yeah.
All right, we'll continue. I don't know what else we're doing today. I think we got, what do we got? I think we got the director of the Oasis movie checking in, and we're going to check in hopefully with Jim Brewer to see if he's got chicken pox.
I hope he's got chicken pox.
So do I.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's intern David, right?
Yeah.
We haven't heard from him in years.
We know where he is. He just doesn't talk to us.
I know he doesn't like it. He doesn't like us anymore. But Katy Perry's 32 today, so E-Rock broke that out. Dennis Falcone, why are you in studio?
Zika, baby.
I think I walk in because Chris and I had something in common.
What do you have in common?
We both took pictures with Michael Bublé.
You like Michael Bublé?
Yes, I do. I like his music.
Yeah,
Me too.
Yeah, I like his stuff.
I love that I ruined it for Chris Distefano.
I didn't know he had
Was
the
that
list.
a studio outtake or?
No.
No. I have the CD. I play that song. That's a Frank Sinatra song. I play that song.
E-Rock, that's not an outtake.
I heard it, but it might
It's
be.
not an outtake. He can't say
Where did you
words
get
with
that
ST in
from?
it.
I don't know. I think
And he
they
has
might
a
have
problem
taken,
with words that start with the S as well.
I think they might have taken the musical track and just put his voice in there.
Look at how small Danny Falcone's head is.
You got a
I think we've established that already, Chris.
Tweet out his head.
What is wrong with your head?
But I never really take a bad picture.
Dude, the M in Sirius XM is as big as your head.
That's a
It's a nice
terrible
picture.
head.
I never really take a bad picture though. When break it right down.
You look like the Riddler from Batman.
Frank Gorshin.
I'm going to go with Mr. Mackey.
Bob Mackey, the
he
clothes
does.
designer.
No,
South Park.
Thank you, Eric. Eric's got it. Yes, Kenny.
Chris, we don't pick on people on this show.
Oh, what?
We don't bully.
What are you talking about?
We just entertain.
When I was in here, when you were in here, you kept calling me gay slurs.
Which ones?
Well, listen,
I don't know. But it was painful.
if the shoe fits, wear it. But listen, Dennis, he doesn't do Anxiety Tuesday videos.
I haven't done one in a week. I'm trying to get away from
all right.
that.
Why are you
Terrific.
trying to get away from Anxiety Tuesday? It was a
I
big
don't know.
hit on Instagram.
I'm trying to think of something new.
Yeah.
I'm judge.
All right.
Zika is bad news. We don't perpetuate that.
But why is he in here?
Yeah.
If you just pop in, say hi to Chris.
He has to talk to Chris.
I have his picture on my phone.
But
so
you can't
if
follow
want-
Bert Kreischer. Why would you do this to yourself?
I'm not trying to follow Bert Kreischer. He's doing an unmasked today.
Yeah, at 5 o'clock with Ron Bennington. I was just in the bathroom with
Your
Mr.
head and the
Big.
microphone are the exact same size.
Oh, no. Kenny's shaking his head. Kenny's shaking his head.
Why are you guys doing that? My hand's not that small.
You got a tiny noggin, sir.
What size? You wear fitted caps?
Excuse me, Dennis?
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Chris, you want bad karma?
No. I don't.
And it's nice to be nice.
Well, I'm still mad from what you did to me
Don't
last month.
deflect. Don't deflect.
What are you talking about?
All right? The Zika stuff is old. This is a new show.
Oh.
Yeah, but the bit about his head being the size of the microphone was good.
Yeah,
No,
that
it's
had
not.
nothing to do with Zika.
Yeah,
thank you, Kenny. For
but we just
speaking
call.
up.
But
I like
but
to-
doesn't bother me.
you're a club soda. The name has stuck, and that's an old bit.
Yeah, but that's,
But his head.
No, it's not a bit. It's a nickname.
That's his nickname. Everybody calls him Zika Head now. They call him Big Zeke.
no, nobody calls me that except
Nobody.
Nobody calls me that except you.
Nobody but a bully.
I'm not a bully.
you
I'm
happy?
not a bully. That I'm not a bully.
Bully.
Can you get a picture of Mr. Mackey up on my computer, please?
Are you going to be here Monday?
Why
on the
Monday?
show? I might pop in and play
I'm not gonna be here
DJ
Monday.
for Halloween.
For who?
For you. We'll just pop in, set up the DJ gear, play some tunes,
really?
play some Halloween tunes. It's a dead man's party.
I might be. I might be out. I might be out Monday.
Yeah, maybe.
Where you going Monday?
I got kids. I got to take them trick or treating.
Oh, come on.
The old
You-
schedule. I didn't have to take a day,
You
but
just started doing the show. You
I
can't call
take
in.
days for my family.
Come on, what are you, 3 weeks into the show? Come
All
on,
right,
man.
Dennis, you want to host 3 hours on your own?
No.
Well, let the man take the time off.
Why don't we?
Oh shit!
Why don't we have a superstar show? Like bring in Chris and
Chris
you?
has
Vic-
kids that he's going
Vic
to take out
Henley?
trick or treating.
Oh yeah, it's Halloween. I can't do
See,
that.
Eric understands.
Why can't your wife do that?
There you go. Look, that's your head. You're Mr. Mackey. Let's get. You should dress up like Mr. Mackey for Halloween, Dennis. That is you. Look at that, Eric. That's pretty close, isn't it?
That's yeah. We just got to get glasses for him.
Yeah. Can we find some glasses so we could take our Mr. Mackey picture?
No, I have a big head. I wear like a size 6 7/8 or a 7.
That's the problem. It's big up here, and then it goes into like a triangle shape.
I have my Indians hat today. My fitted Cleveland Indians.
you going for
hat.
them today?
You going Indians over the Cubs?
All right.
Yeah.
I can respect
Because
that.
when I was small, I used to see Wrigley Field. I didn't know why they had all the weeds on the wall, the grass.
So, yeah, the ivy.
The ivy.
Yeah, I know the ivy. So I never really liked.
You know what they were talking about the World Series on the way in today, and this simple fact, which is the obvious one, but just to hear it freaked me out.
Yeah.
Last time the Cubs won the World Series, pretty much no one was alive that is on Earth right now. That's pretty fucking creepy.
Yeah, no,
1907,
1908.
1908.
Nobody was. Who's still alive? I mean,
Well, I mean, you could be 108. So
No.
there's a few 108s.
Really?
Not many.
No, man.
really?
Isn't that a fucked up
That's
fact?
insane.
Isn't that kind of creepy to hear?
Yeah.
There was a study that came out said people could live to 115 today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful. That's where did you find that?
No, I found it on my show prep stuff. So that's pretty good because I plan on the
Did you find
retiring
that on
at
the website
95.
whogivesAfuck.com?
No, I found it on my show prep. I do some show prep
How come Kenny doesn't yell at you, but I get yelled at?
I don't know.
because it's his show.
So who do you got? You got the Cubs or the Indians?
Me?
And why?
Okay. Well, here's a couple of things that I think are very interesting about the series. Okay.
Yeah.
First, Terry Francona was the coach of the Boston Red Sox
right.
when they broke the curse. Now he could potentially be coaching the Indians when they break the curse. On the
Right.
other side, Theo Epstein,
Right.
GM. Also, this is what's fucking insane to me. The closer or the relief guy for Cleveland, the closer
Right.
for Cleveland is Andrew Miller. The closer for the Cubs is Aroldis Chapman.
2 former
They
Yankees.
can lights fucking
You
out.
wanted to say shut the fuck up, didn't you?
No, I said lights out. I didn't. No.
I heard
Two former Yankees.
I heard the start
Yeah,
of shut
that's
the
all.
fuck up. I heard
No.
You heard it, right, Paul?
Yeah.
I heard
No, I wasn't going to say that.
You want me to play it back? You want to
Play
go
it back.
shut the fuck
There's
up?
no way I was
But
gonna
then
say
Kenny
shut-
got in your head like you have to be nice.
Oh, yeah. Well, I
All right,
know.
go ahead. Continue.
That they were both the closer. That they were both like Dennis fucking cut me off like an asshole.
Right.
That they both were on the Yankees, and the Yankees still couldn't win fucking any games when they had both those guys.
Sure.
So I think either way, I think Cleveland or the Cubs, whoever wins, there's great stories, and this is what MLB wanted. I think these ratings for this World Series
Should
are going to
be
be the
good.
highest they've been in fucking years.
Should be really good.
Yeah,
I hate to say it. I think the Indians got this.
Think the Indians got it?
And that makes for a hell of a year for
Well,
Cleveland.
I don't know if the Indians' best pitcher, Trevor Story, I don't know if he's pitching because he tried to pitch. If you remember last year, he pitched and then his hand opened up and was gushing blood. He had to get taken out of the game because he fucking blew off his finger with a drone.
With the drone.
So I don't know if he's going to pitch. If Story pitches and pitches well, I say Cleveland. But if he doesn't, I mean the Cubs.
Why would you?
The Cubs are the best team in baseball.
Why would you ever fuck with a drone, especially if you're a pitcher
in September? What are you doing?
I wouldn't touch anything if I was a major league pitcher.
What are you doing?
Don't you remember in
Who was on the
1988?
hotline? Now I'm distracted. Eric.
I don't know. Bert just popped in here for a moment. I was talking with Bert.
Oh, okay. There was a 212 number that called. It might have been Jim Brewer. I want to find out if he has the chicken pox or not.
right,
anyway,
man.
continue there, Chris.
Go ahead.
What were we saying about why I think the Indians? Well, I don't know what I was saying.
Here you go.
You think the Indians will win?
I think the Indians will win if Trevor Story is healthy. If they're not, I think the Cubs are the best team in baseball. They had the best record, and they're the deepest team. So I can't see. And they may get Kyle Schwarber back, who blew out his knee out the first week of April, and he was one of their best hitters last year. They may get him back just to DH at the games in Cleveland, which is perfect.
And then we got the Cavaliers and the Knicks
starting off tonight.
Starting off
the rings
the NBA.
Give out the rings.
Things that didn't exist when Cubs won last NL pennant in 1945. So this is 1945 when they won the NL pennant.
Right.
Yeah, not the World Series back in 1908.
Right.
The Dodgers didn't exist. Credit cards didn't exist.
Well, they didn't exist as the Los Angeles Dodgers because they were still in Brooklyn.
Thank you, Dennis Falcone. Credit cards, diet soda, the Korean War, international air travel, Velcro, Barbie dolls, Mr. Potato Head, pacemakers, super glue, color TV, the NBA. Microwaves, satellites, hula hoops, barcodes, and Alaska and Hawaii.
Wow.
I like the other thing, though, that I heard it on the way in, that pretty much no one was alive the last time the Cubs won the World Series. That creeps me the fuck out.
Well, there's definitely nobody who, if they are alive, I don't think anybody has a working memory of when they won. I mean, because you would have to be 108 years old and they won it when you were born.
I think where my mom is, there's a few 108s.
Isn't somebody 122?
I think there's
in,
a few
France?
108s where my mom is hanging out these days because you hear the fucking screaming, "Help me! Help me!" And they grab onto you as you're walking down the hall trying to find your mom's room.
How about this?
You ever get an old person grabbing you?
I've never. No.
Oh, wow, are they strong?
My grandma lived to 100 years old on the dot, died in her sleep on her 100th birthday. And President Ronald Reagan, I believe, accidentally, you get a card from the president when you turn 100. He sent her a card on her 99th birthday saying, "Congrats to your 100." And it was like something that was in like the local paper. They were like, "You fucked up. I'm 99." And then she died in her sleep she turned 100 at midnight and then never woke up.
That's pretty fucked up.
It's insane, right?
That's a strong contract.
We had a whole 100-year birthday party planned. I mean, I don't remember it, but my mom's whole party, and she died.
I hope it wasn't a surprise party. Poor woman walks in, everybody yells surprise, she falls down.
Fucking down.
She had a heart attack, right?
Yeah, she died in her sleep.
Yeah.
100.
I've done surprise parties for people like
Did
80
we
or
ask
90.
you?
Just chiming in.
Did we ask you?
Just adding to the conversation here.
Just chiming in. Can we play the Mike Francesa thing, please? He's ripping into the Yankees. One of my favorite things is, what'd you say there, Eric?
I was just saying, look at the phones.
Why? What are they saying? Chris is wrong on baseball stuff.
What did I say wrong now?
All right, let's. What
did I say?
You're all over the place. Let's go to George in Georgia. Go ahead, George.
Yeah, on that guy who cut his finger with the drone, I've heard from some inside baseball BS. I don't know where they floated, if it's up locally in Cleveland or what, but the management is apparently looking into revoking his contract after the season because there's a clause in there that says, you can't bungee jump or skydive, but there's a catch-all that talks about dangerous activity, and they're going to try and get out of paying him for this season.
Wow.
Well, I mean, I guess I kind of agree with that.
Yeah, if you're stupid enough to be playing with a drone.
That's what happened to Aaron Boone. Remember, he was playing basketball?
Yeah.
And that's the reason why A-Rod came to New York.
Who said I'm wrong, though?
Hey,
Is
that
that
happened.
said I'm wrong?
We got another guy. Hold on, Dennis Falcone.
What the fuck am I wrong about?
Hold on there, buddy. Let's say hi to Mike in Jersey. Mikey!
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up?
Hey.
All right, first of all, it's not Trevor Story. It's Trevor Bauer.
Right, sorry about that.
Trevor Story, I believe, is on the Rockies.
The Rockies, yeah, my bad.
Okay.
And Schwarber got activated today. He's going to DH tonight.
Okay.
So that's definitely happening.
Right, I said that.
Other than that, go fuck yourself.
Good to have you on the show, Mike.
All right, who's on the hotline?
Hello?
That is Matt.
Hello.
Oh, hi, this is Hannah. One moment for Matt.
Okay, Matt.
I was going to say, Matt went through a little
Matt Whitecross. You know anything about Oasis there, Dennis Falcone?
Yeah.
Matt, you're on.
Maybe.
A thing or two. They ring a bell.
No, I was talking to Dennis Falcone, who's in the studio. He's a music jock. He loves the music. I saw the Oasis documentary there, Matt. Very good job, sir.
Thank you so much.
I guess it comes out when? Tomorrow. Wow. Okay.
It's out tomorrow night.
It's called what? Supersonic? The Oasis story.
That's right.
And they talk about Liam Gallagher and Noel Gallagher and how they don't get along and how their father was pretty much an asshole. See, I saw the movie there.
Yeah, you got the gist of it. People don't need to go and see it now. You kind of nailed it.
Right. I just wish you guys would have focused a little more on all those crazy fights they had over the years. But the movie is basically the story of Oasis and how they came to be, which was...
Yeah, we had a fight with a cricket bat. I thought we did pretty well.
Yeah.
You get 2 or 3 good fights in there.
Yeah, absolutely. And it starts out, I mean, Noel Gallagher was in another band and then joined Liam and the rest of the guys and really brought him to the next level, Oasis, and made him one of the biggest bands in the world, if not the biggest band in the world in the 90s.
Yeah, I mean, there was a misconception. I think a lot of people imagined that it was Noel's band and it was Noel's idea, but actually, weirdly, one of the first things he said when we met him, he said, look, I didn't have the confidence, I didn't really have the faith in myself that I could ever be in a band. I just picked up a guitar because I like playing music.
Right.
And it was Liam who started the band, and Liam didn't have any interest in music at all, but he just started a band because he liked people staring at him.
Right.
And then when he did, Noel joined him, but it was kind of the people have it the wrong way around, I think.
Yeah, Noel was not playing. He was working for other bands, but like as a guitar tech and more behind the scenes. And then he finally stepped forward and joined Liam, and of course, came up with all those songs. He wrote just about all of them, right?
He certainly did, yeah. I mean, Liam started, once he got more confidence, he started writing more towards the end.
Right.
Some fantastic songs, actually, some of my favorites. But yeah, initially it was just Noel's thing. And it's amazing. I mean, the quantity as well as the quality of them. He would be up every night while everyone else was out taking crystal meth or whatever they were doing. He was upstairs writing the next album.
Right. Yeah, this band loved their drug, especially the crystal meth, huh?
Yeah, it's one of those things. I'm not advocating drug use or anything like that, but I think what I did, quantity and the kind of their attitude towards drugs was one of those things that it was like, at that moment in time, I think there was a sea change happening in this country anyway. People were so dishonest about it, and
right.
at the very least, it wasn't like they bragged about it. They just were like, look, I think we need to have an honest conversation about this because there's so much hypocrisy, particularly from politicians in this country. They were saying, look, for us, and for a lot of young people, drugs is just like having a cup of tea.
Sure.
Which is not something you're supposed to say on primetime TV or radio, probably.
Yeah, but they really enjoyed being rock stars, the Gallagher brothers. And it was quick.
Yeah.
How many years before
it was so quick.
Within a year, within 2 years, they were just the biggest band in the world, right?
Yeah, I mean, from the moment they released their first single to the moment they stepped out on Nebworth, which is the biggest gig of all time in this country at that moment, it's just over 2 years. And they you two had gone on sabbatical. They kind of gone on holiday for a couple of years. So, arguably, you could say they were the biggest band in the world.
Right. Do you think they were bigger than Michael Bublé?
No, they're never going to be bigger than Michael Bublé, but I wouldn't call him a band. I mean, I'd take him out.
One-man band.
Yeah, yeah,
exactly. That's true.
I'm embarrassed. This Chris Distefano, he likes Connie Francis and Michael Bublé.
And Ace of Base. You ever met Ace of Base?
And Ace of Base. This guy doesn't know music whatsoever, but he's trying to squeeze into this interview.
I'm starting to regret ever having met Oasis now. Yeah.
He's not even kidding.
I'm not even kidding.
Because you like the music that your parents listened to first, and then hopefully you branch out after that. But not Chris. He never branched out from Connie Francis.
No, you should evolve at some point, but there's still time, right?
I'm gonna watch your movie, and I like your accent is nice. So I'm sure I've heard your songs. It's Supersonic and. Right?
Well, it's not his songs. He's the director of
you're the director of the movie?
Oasis story, yeah.
I would love to have written those songs.
I was in a movie once. The
I
part
think
got
those songs
cut.
paid for a very big house. I'd love to live in that house, but I didn't know.
The one thing I was blown away by with Oasis and how the brothers worked together, was it, help me out, was it Champagne Supernova that he did in one take?
Oh, no, Supersonic, babe. Oh, so Champagne Supernova, yeah. No, Liam sang that in one take, yeah.
Okay, all right, so let me...
They just had the telepathic relationship, I think.
Yeah, let me explain. So Noel Gallagher comes up with Champagne Supernova, right? Hands it to his brother Liam, kind of like, shows him some chords or whatever of basically the basics of the song. Liam turns to Noel and goes, I got it. And then in one take does Champagne Supernova.
Wow.
Just understood what his brother was looking for.
There was a soccer game starting 5 minutes later, so he had to get his priorities right, That is... At the end of the day, they're a band. Music's important, but it's not as important as football.
Right. and Liam's voice is just ridiculous. I understand after they really couldn't stand each other, you know, Noel Gallagher, you know, stepped out and was trying to sing some of these songs. But, I mean, he did an okay job with it. But Liam's voice is so unique and so damn good.
Yeah, I think it's the combination, isn't it? The two of them. That's why people still, in this country, certainly, I don't know what it's like in the States, but we really miss them. We'd love to see them together on stage because there's something about the two of them together,
right?
Which, you know, separately they can never quite match it, but
right.
You know, no one's matched it in my opinion.
And what was the deal? The father was just a real asshole to all the sons because there was
that's one way of putting it.
There were 3 boys in the family.
That's right. There's the eldest, Paul, is a DJ. And he still kind of hangs out with the brothers. He was, the dad was just, just a drunk and he used to beat the family, and he was just, it was a pretty nasty piece of work as far as we can tell. But it was one of the things, he wasn't really part of their life until they became rich, and then he wanted to become part of their life again.
Yeah, because the mom realized, oh my God, this guy's an asshole. We gotta leave. But it's kind of funny.
Yeah, they had to leave in the middle of the night.
I didn't even realize there was a third brother until I saw Oasis Supersonic, which is out tomorrow. Because the third Gallagher brother is kind of like the third Manning brother.
Yeah, it's Cooper Manning.
Do you understand that reference?
He's a very cool guy. I wish we could have had him in the film more. He's
I'm sure he's a nice guy.
I guess he knows them better than anyone else.
I wish I could have had him in the film more. How about you write a song as good as Champagne Supernova and he would have got more time in the movie?
He was too busy selling real estate while his brothers are fucking drowning in pussy and millionaires.
What do you mean you wish you could have had him in the movie more? Are you kidding me?
He has nothing to do.
You know, there's plenty of things he could have talked about. And there was loads of
look up.
See what you think about him.
Yeah, look up Cooper Manning, and then you'll understand Paul Gallagher a little more.
Yeah, we as the fans want to hear about all his fucking times he went to the supermarket while his fucking brothers were getting blowjobs.
He must have hated Thanksgiving dinner. You got Liam and Noel Gallagher talking about playing in front of hundreds of thousands of people, and he's talking about a house.
Overrated, though.
A house he might have sold.
He's talking about his minivan,
right? Sorry, we got a little excited there, Matt.
And he's fat.
That's quite all right.
Is that the brother in the middle?
Well, wouldn't you be fat if your two brothers were so famous? Of course you'd be fat.
He looks like Susan Boyle. Even worse.
Of course you would. I'm sure he's a lovely guy.
No, he's a nice guy.
I'm
just
sorry,
kidding.
Sorry. I mean,
we're kidding.
We try to find some humor in some of these things. Nebworth. How many people were at Nebworth when they performed?
Well, over the weekend it was 250,000 people.
250,000 people to see Oasis. And
and apparently a fifth of the population of England tried to get tickets.
Oh my God!
Back in those days,
Kevin Hart
you had
numbers.
to stay on the phone lines.
Right. Yeah. Well, it was before social media and all that, and before we had as many choices that we have today. So if you if you liked one of these bands, man, you could easily get a couple 100,000 people in a weekend, no problem.
Yeah.
What was?
No worries. Michael Bublé too, right?
Oh yeah, Bublé's fuck. You got to meet this guy in person, man. If you never have, it's great.
He sells out all the time.
Sells out. Good.
Matt,
dresses good. Good waist.
Let me turn you on to something, Matt.
He's got the rock and roll behavior as well, right?
Yeah.
He's got the kind of punk attitude.
He can't say ST words. He can't. He can't.
True.
That's a minor defect in a rock star.
He can't. He does the Frank Sinatra song "I Got the World on a String," and he can't say string properly.
And you can't have perfection. You don't.
Well, once you hear it, you'll never unhear it. Trust me, it'll ruin Michael Bublé
I can believe that.
Can I? I hate giving away shit, but the Oasis Supersonic, it kind of ends with Nebworth, and
right. You've blown it now.
Huh? Well, I mean,
you've blown it now. There's no reason for anyone to go see it.
Well, but it made me. This is how good the film was, I guess. So I'll probably get you some eyes in front of the movie. I wanted more because everything kind of fell apart after Nebworth, slowly but surely.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we used to have like a 20-minute sequence because they went back to the States.
Right.
And it blew up again, and Noel left the band, and Liam turned up at the MTV Awards and spat at the audience, which apparently you don't do in America. But it's quite a big thing over here. But anyway, it didn't go very well. But it was just like another half hour of the film, which we didn't really have time for.
Oh, wow.
The original cut of the film was like 8 hours long.
Oh, I can imagine.
Apparently people don't want to sit down for 8 hours, which is, I think is ridiculous.
I don't know.
I would sit down happily to watch it.
I think if you're a huge fan of the band, I definitely love Oasis. I would sit for 8 hours, no problem. Not in one.
You would?
Not one, and not in one sitting, and not in a fucking movie theater. But I would do it.
You have to get up to go to the
All
bathroom.
right, so you're on.
I would probably.
Well, we should do a director's cut.
Oh yes, you should. I would squeeze it out in a long weekend, a 3-day weekend. Look at Dennis Falcone. He doesn't agree with that.
No.
What else was I going to ask you? Oh, do the brothers get along these days?
No, they really don't. They don't speak to each other at the moment, sadly. Which is a shame. Not only for them, but for us, I guess. Wow. But yeah, I mean, who knows? Hopefully, in the future, they'll get it together again. But yeah, they don't speak. They don't even be in the same postcode these days.
I heard a rumor they didn't even want to promote the film.
Well, no, they've been doing a promotion. I mean, Liam's been doing a lot. Noel's just come off tour, so I think he's lying low for a bit. But he's a big fan of the film, from what he told us. So it's not from lack of love.
Do you think that the third brother? Do you think the third brother tries to stay friends with the both of them, so maybe he can get written into their wills?
That's a great question.
Well, I would if I were him.
Yeah, does he? Hell yeah. Good idea. Does the brother that no one knows about in the entire world? Does?
I can't believe you're saying this. I'm making a film about him as we speak. The financiers are going to get very nervous.
You're making a film about the third brother?
Are you really?
That's what I'll watch.
Paul Gallagher the movie. It's on the well, maybe not. I was thinking about it.
Paul Gallagher Mall Cop.
What is the movie going to be called? Paul Gallagher, No One Cares?
Oh, man. He might be listening to this.
No, Paul, if you're listening, we're just fucking around, man.
Come to the States.
Does he get along with the other brothers? Ask him. Does he get along with the other brothers?
That's what I was getting at, but then we were going to fucking do some comedy. Relax.
Yeah, really
we got a music guy in here.
Come on.
Did they get their name from the song? Hold on. Did they get their name from the song Midnight at the Oasis from the 70s?
Or just from the river in the middle of the desert?
From Maria Muldaur. Yeah, it was a good song.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. They were big fans. It's like a lot of their style came from her. I believe the costumes and stuff, but they didn't survive the first album.
Yeah, I do have a real question. So, Paul, does he get along with both brothers for real?
I think he does. Yeah, I don't know how anyone could, but he does.
Okay,
as far as I know.
And is the mom still alive?
Yeah, the mum she basically, we went over to see her. She still lives in the same house that they lived in. They grew up and shared together as kids after they ran away from the dad.
Wow.
Yeah, she's still living exactly the same place.
I believe that because she comes across very down to earth in your movie. Very down to earth. I mean, her sons are massive stars, and she's almost like, I don't give a crap. I just want my sons to, get along with each other. I think it really pains her that they don't have a relationship.
Right. I mean,
no, exactly. Well, when Liam got paid serious money for the first time, he just bought her a big house, like a mansion on the hill, and gave her the keys and was like, right, you move in any time. And she's like, why would I move in there? I've got my friends and family here. So they fixed the front gate. That was it. She said, that's the limit. I don't want anything else. I think they might have bought her TV.
Do you think Paul was like, hey, can I get in that mansion? You think Paul was ever like, hey, Ma, if you're not using it, I'll take it. I mean,
it depends on how this interview goes. If you manage to backtrack on all the comments you made up to now, maybe.
Yeah. I'm obsessed with Paul Gallagher because I did not know until the movie that there was a third brother. I had no idea.
Well, you see, you'd pay for a ticket if we ran a film about him.
100%. I would absolutely.
I would.
You really need to, and I mean, you're obviously a great director and you do your own stuff, but if you really are making a movie about him, you gotta get Cooper Manning to say some words for it, because Cooper Manning has the exact same problem as this.
Cooper Manning is also miserable at the Thanksgiving Day table.
He's gotten one shitty ESPN commercial.
Do you understand? Do you know about the Manning brothers for real over there?
I don't know anything about them.
Okay, so you got Archie Manning, right? He's the old man, and he won a Super Bowl, didn't he?
No, but he played for the Saints. He was an iconic first-round quarterback.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So they used to call them the Aints.
We're talking about American football here.
American football, right?
So you got Archie Manning. I wasn't sure. Okay, he didn't win a Super Bowl, but man, he is a legend,
Hall of Famer.
Then he has 3 sons. He has Peyton Manning, who has won how many Super Bowls?
Peyton Manning's won 2 Super Bowls.
2 Super Bowls. Then you got Eli Manning, who has won 2 Super Bowls. Eli's still playing. Peyton Manning just retired after winning the Super Bowl last year. Then they got a third son, Cooper Manning.
But he was injured. That's why he couldn't play. He was injured.
I
No, we know, but still.
He's disabled, and you're making fun of him.
No. He was actually the best of all three of them, but then he hurt his neck when he was in high school.
He has a crumple spine.
Yeah, and he wound up. I think he fucking wound up being like a car salesman.
What?
Something he sells. I think he's real estate. But he's never got. And he says on interviews that he doesn't care and he's happy for his brothers.
Right.
Which I don't think is true.
Well, I mean,
it could be true.
Well, maybe a road movie, a buddy movie with Paul.
Yes, with Paul and Cooper.
You just said.
And James McCartney. Paul's brother, James McCartney. He has a brother, James McCartney.
There you go.
There you go. See that?
The also-rans.
Yes.
Yeah, but we're doing like a three thing. All right.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't have another brother.
All right, so then, he can't be part of the movie then.
Was James McCartney in music?
I think he is, yeah.
Yeah?
I think he does do music.
Anything we know?
No.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a shame. It's a shame. I think there's definitely a movie there. But maybe we could do reality TV at least. We'll stick them all in a caravan.
Yeah.
Across the desert and see what happens.
Matt, I got to
become a super group.
I got to tell you, I mean, the movie's really good. Oasis Supersonic.
Thank you.
I really, really enjoyed it. You got a lot of home footage. I love the home footage.
Love home footage.
You like it, right?
I'm a big home footage guy.
They're playing with fire extinguishers, and it's just really good stuff. Watching,
Thank you very much. You're very kind.
No, I'm serious. You did a very good job with the movie. And it's going to open up in the U.S., obviously, tomorrow, October 26th. Where's it being shown? Everywhere, more or less? Or
everywhere. I think they're cancelling all films tomorrow night, and it's just going to be on. Wherever you are near you, it'll be on.
Nice.
Just go to your nearest cinema. I think it's Oasis Day tomorrow.
Yeah, and you set me down a fucking rabbit hole. I was just, listening to a whole ton of Oasis after I, watched the movie.
Oh, good.
What else?
Good, right?
I honestly, I really liked it. What else are you working on? You working with Coldplay too?
I'm traveling Coldplay. We're going to Australia in a couple of weeks, and we're doing some filming out there.
Right.
We haven't quite figured out what that's going to be yet because I went to uni with them, so I've been filming them since before they were a band. But one day we'll make a film. We'll kind of decide what we're going to do with it, and then we're doing a film about Brian Epstein, the Beatles manager as well.
Wow.
So that'll be the next thing. Hopefully, we're just casting that at the moment.
We're fucking around. We're fucking around with Matt Whitecross, and he's the real deal.
Matt, of course, I knew he was the real deal from the beginning.
This guy's the real deal.
Bless you. I hope that's a good thing, right? This isn't like an American slang term for.
No, it means like you're doing great, the real deal.
I can honestly say I love you because you're going with the jokes. You're going with the jokes.
I'm getting that. I love you guys too.
All right.
And I feel like we've only known each other for 5 minutes, but already there's something deep going on.
That's good, man.
It doesn't sound like you got a stick up your ass. I mean, you're going with the jokes. I appreciate that. And in the end, you go.
I'm glad this isn't on TV.
You go with the jokes, and we, and then we get people turned on to Oasis Supersonic.
Boom.
That's how this works.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Yeah. Look, if anyone knows the band or doesn't know the band or loves the band or hates the band, I think if they get to see this film, they're in for a ride because there's spend 2 hours with these guys. It'll be the most two entertaining hours of your life.
Yeah,
they're funny guys. They're really, really funny.
Oh yeah, that comes across as well. Their sense of humor, and they're only in their mid-40s, right?
Yeah. I think there's 5 years between them. I think Liam's in his early 40s.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're still, they've got time left. I think they need to, the clock's ticking. But I think if they got back together in the next few years, it'd be an amazing show. I think they were still at their peak when they split up.
Right. All right. I ran out of things to ask you, so.
Thank you. Well, I mean, we can still talk about Paul Gallagher if you want.
No.
You don't run out of questions when you're talking about him.
I'm going to look up Paul Gallagher during the break.
Yeah, I'm going to watch it just to look out for. Does Paul Gallagher have a Twitter?
My favorite part of the interview, he's like, I wish I could have put him in the film more. Really?
Yeah, come on. What was Paul doing?
Kidding me?
Just waving.
I got distracted with the two other brothers. Now with hindsight, now we've spoken talked it through. I kind of feel like we should concentrate more on him.
I think as a filmmaker, you were pissed off that the home footage had Paul Gallagher in the background. you just wanted the clean shots of Liam and Noel. All right, Matt.
No, we.
Yeah, Paul's a fucking mess.
Very much, man. I feel
Paul is a mess.
Looks like Artie Lang.
Yeah, Paul looks like Artie Lang. There's Liam. All right.
If Paul comes back in a couple of years, maybe he'll come back with his super group of brothers and put you all to rights. I kind of feel like he's going to do something. Maybe this will be the motivation he needs.
Was he ever in a band?
Go out there and start his own group.
Was he ever in a band?
Say what?
Was he ever in a band?
Nope. No, he wasn't. He was. I think he's been a manager. He's been like a manager of bands, and he's a DJ. But I don't think he's ever been in bands.
Yeah.
Maybe now's the time.
Yeah, time to step out. I mean, his brothers aren't doing anything anymore. Final question. You think Oasis will ever get back together?
I think so. I hope so. You know, I mean, I think everyone, you know, we're like over here, we would be desperate for them to get back together. But I think just knowing them now, having met them, spent time with them, I think on a personal level for their family and for friends and for Paul, it'd be a good thing for them to be friends again. But I'd love to see him on stage. You know, I think there's nothing quite like the combination of the two brothers on stage. It really is an incredible thing to see and hear.
Right on. Saw him once in Philly, and I absolutely loved the show. All right, Matt. Thank you so much. It's Matt Whitecross.
Pleasure.
Oasis Supersonic starts tomorrow.
Nice.
All over the place.
All right, thanks so much.
Thank you, buddy.
Good to meet you, Matty.
Don't be a stranger.
Thank
You
you.
call back
Thanks
on
for
your
coming
next project, all
And
right?
get Paul to tweet us.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, we'll do.
You know that song, Supersonic by Oasis? That's part of a category that I call songs with the same title, but are different. Do you remember Supersonic from J.J. Fad back in 1988? Sort of like a hip-hop song. See if you can punch that up in there, E-Rock.
He's got a song.
Yeah. Get that tune up. Supersonic. You remember it? No, that's Hit the Road Jack.
Yeah, this is your music.
No, this is sort of like that. You
I
remember
want to
that
thank
book?
Dennis Falcone for stopping by.
You remember that book, Wednesdays with Maury? Was it Tuesdays with Maury or Wednesdays with Maury?
It was Tuesdays with Maury.
So this could be like Tuesdays with Denny. I could pass by.
Yes.
Chat
Kenny.
up.
I have a Cleveland sports expert if you want to talk to him about Cleveland and what's going on with the thing.
Yeah, who's the expert?
Chad Zumach from Cleveland.
Who is he?
He's he's a sports guy.
Does he work here?
He makes the rounds, yeah.
All right, maybe after the break.
All right, yeah.
All right, because we got a break.
It's going to get crowded in here.
Can you roll Dennis Falcone out of here?
They play Supersonic, though, by J.J. Fad.
All right, hit Dennis's
Bye-bye.
music. All right. What about your catchphrase?
I was on, now I'm gone?
Yeah.
All right. Take care, babe.
All right. Chris Distefano, what do you got going on, buddy?
I got Hungarian flag penguin T-shirts at ChristyComedy.com. I got specifically double, triple, and quadruple X for you guys, I swear. So, you guys complain, I got those. And then I got a show I got shows this week in New York, and then Friday open up for Sal Volcano of the Impractical Jokers at Hanover University in Indiana.
Very
Selfish. How come you don't plug GH's T-shirts?
I got T-shirts.
Yeah, you got, and
It worked like a charm. I had a T-shirt hanging over this monitor, and people were like, "Where the fuck do I get that T-shirt?"
Yeah, I want a T-shirt. I haven't gotten a T-shirt.
OpieRadio.com. 2 brand new T-shirt designs that are selling very well.
Two things I never get from Opie: T-shirts or texts if I'm okay when I'm on the road.
I can't figure out your size, or I would.
Bro, I'm a double to slightly double XL.
But then you're short this way.
Bro, you saying I'm stumpy?
I don't know what. I
got a weird bod.
I didn't check in with you in Arizona.
Nah, it's all right.
But you did all right?
Nah, did all right.
You just
Till I
did
did
all
the
right?
laundry. Yeah.
All right. Do we know if Jim Brewer has chicken pox yet?
Does he have pox?
He hasn't called.
He's incapacitated.
He might be too pissed off to call. He probably thought it'd be fun at first, and then it's sinking in that he might have chicken pox, and he's like, "Fuck that, I ain't calling." I'll text him during the break to see where he's at. All right, quick one. We'll be back. Stay there. It's not working.
Oh man.
Basically, it's Pete Burns is the lead singer of the band Dead or Alive.
And the name of this group is Dead or Alive.
And Pete Burns is now dead at the age of 57 years old.
When did that happen?
Well, it didn't happen like 2 weeks ago.
He's been dead.
When you assume it happened like today or yesterday, if we're talking about it,
I don't know. Oh, meat spin.
Yeah,
you see some anal.
You've never seen meat spin
Little
before.
Dick twirl. No, I go to UJizz or Pornhub. Those are my sites.
Meat spin is one of the greatest websites of all time, sir.
What does it do? Just
That's all it
spinning
does.
meat?
That's it.
That's you're watching some meat spin.
At least they're using condoms.
And then it keeps track of how many times you watched it, how many rotations.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
You are officially gay. Hey,
so
guys got to get there. You know what I mean?
What did Pete Burns die of, Eric?
I think he had a heart attack.
Ouch.
Jeez.
He had a lot of plastic surgery too, and
yeah.
Does that mess with your heart?
No, but I mean, look at him. He was transgender even before it was a thing.
He was all in. Yeah, he was very transgender. So, is anything coming out about Kevin Meaney yet? Speaking of which,
that's horrible. I mean, he
loved Kevin Meaney. He never really worked on our show, unfortunately. But I loved him as a comic. I loved how silly he was, but also how unbelievably funny he was.
So great.
But
Boston legend.
Yeah. Anything coming out about Kevin Meaney, Eric?
Not yet.
Nothing? That was very, very sad when that news hit the Twitter a few days ago.
Shit, man.
So I texted Jim Brewer to see if he has the chicken pox. He's not writing back. And Roland said he would check in with us today because he was going to come in.
He's chicken pox will fuck you up, man, especially as an adult.
You're not supposed to get it as an adult, huh?
That's why shingles.
When did you get chicken pox as a kid?
When I was a kid, I got it in kindergarten.
But did you have to go to someone's house to get it?
I think I got it in school, and I lived with my cousin Elena, who when I put the dead rabbit under her pillow, I said that at the beginning of the show. Yeah. We both got chicken pox the same week. We stayed out of school, and we went back, and it was fine. Every kid got it.
See, we have an age difference. Our parents were fucking twisted. If you found out a kid in the neighborhood had chicken pox,
okay,
you sent your kid to play with that kid.
So you could get it.
So you get the chicken pox and get it out of the way. There's no way they still do it that way in this day and age.
Holy shit.
Yes. And, you're just a kid assuming that, they didn't even call them play dates. I get to, go over to this person's house and play. This is exciting. Not knowing that your parents are forcing this on you to get chicken pox.
Do they have a vaccine for it now where kids can just get around it?
I don't know. I would assume it's one of the shots our kids get.
Jesus.
But back in the day, we all just got the chicken pox.
The fucking pox.
And got it out of the way, yes.
Oh, look at that.
So I'm waiting for Brewer to write back. Supposedly he went to the doctor. Lewis, what do you got, man? I see you're in here. Are you going to be watching baseball tonight?
Lewis
is...
What do you got, a football trophy?
That's his fantasy football trophy.
Oh, congrats.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Are you excited that he brought in his fantasy football trophy?
I mean, yeah. It's good for you.
Are you doing what I said and getting really famous people to take a picture with it?
I'm trying to, definitely.
What about Michael Bublé?
Did you get Bublé?
I didn't see him today.
Come on.
I didn't see him running around
Who'd you get so far?
Bert Kreischer.
Bert Kreischer.
That's
Opie,
big.
Sherrod Small.
That's strong.
Nice.
Yeah, we're good. We're starting. We're starting off.
Yeah.
Starting off nice.
Good place to start.
Good place to start. Yeah.
Want one with Denny?
Yeah, did he get one with Dennis
I would love
Falcone?
one with Denny. He left already, but I'll get one soon.
Bublé didn't fucking take a picture with your fantasy football trophy?
I didn't see him.
Yeah.
That was right before the show started.
Yeah, I was getting ready.
Chris ran off to get his picture taken.
I fucking was right there, right in line.
No jersey today, man.
I'm wearing an Islander sweatshirt, though.
Oh, okay.
It's cold out.
I was invited to the game by Stork, one of my oldest and dearest friends, but I can't make it today.
You don't want to go?
I would like to go, but I think
playing
I
the Canadians.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of good sports on TV tonight. You got World Series action, and then you got the Knicks and the Cavaliers.
Opening night, baby.
Right.
Knicks are going to get their Cavs are going to get their rings. Knicks will probably lose tonight, but I think they're still going to be at least a 3 or 4 seed.
And the Cavaliers are going to be my team this year.
Yeah,
my second team. I mean, I'll always be a Knicks fan, but with Carmelo Anthony, it makes it very, very frustrating. So,
How many basketball teams do you have?
I officially only have one. I can't play that game.
What about the
Football's
Sixers?
a little fucked up, but no, not the Sixers. How many games are they going to win this year? 9?
10. 10.
10.
Are they going to be better this year?
A little bit, probably.
A little bit, but their picks, their guys still aren't playing. People are still hurt, I think.
Oh, okay.
No Celtics, Opie?
No, it only happened with football. When I was in Boston, I followed the Patriots definitely, but not the Bruins or the Celtics as much. So, but I always rooted for the Celtics over the Lakers, but that's way before your fucking time, Lewis.
Like Larry Bird time.
Oh,
that was great.
Those were the days.
That was great, huh?
Celtics Lakers going at it over and over again. I always went Celtics. Always went Celtics. What do you got on this? How do you say his name? Marquise Lee?
Marquise Lee. Yeah, Marquise.
Why does he spell it that way?
His
Why
parents.
does they make it so fucking tough for us white people?
I don't like it.
You don't like it either?
No, it bothers me.
Being a black dude, it bothers you, or
really
just being a
pisses me
human
off.
being?
Because in the beginning, it was more being a black dude. In the beginning, it was more like, we want something that's gonna make them different and an individual. We want something like kind of African. And then after 10 years, it was like, you know what? We just want them to be a little hood.
Right.
So we'll make it Marquise.
I mean, at first it was all right, but then you start naming your kids after mouthwash. That's kind of dial it back a little bit.
You saying Listerine?
Pretty much. Am I lying, Lewis?
No, you're not lying.
All right.
What happened? I don't know this story. What happened?
Is this really true?
Yeah. And this is what I was talking about with Jason Williams, but I'll let you get into it.
And we talked about it last year. Marquise Lee says use of N-word drew penalty flag. They said they were going to do this.
They did say, yeah.
And are they officially doing it, or is the league denying this?
They're not denying it. They definitely want flags to be thrown for bad language on the field.
Right.
Yeah. It's
the N-word is considered bad language?
Yeah, it is
like
now.
amongst, black people? Like I've said, if a white guy, if a white guy yelled it, you can't do that. That's racist. But if you can't, black people can't say that word to each other.
They just don't want the word being thrown around on the field.
Pretty much.
And I guarantee it's mostly a black guy saying it to another black guy on the field, right?
100%, yeah.
But
Okay.
here's my problem with everything the NFL does. You can't ask grown men to play with the amount of aggression they play for the fans, to be able to hit hard hits to get the fans in the seats is what we love, and then simultaneously ask them to conduct themselves in professional manners.
Of course.
Let them rip their helmets off. Let them run and jump into the front row. Let them say the N-word. You're wanting them to be beasts on the field. The gladiators in ancient Rome didn't have to worry about if they were going to offend someone.
Think they said it?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, you think the
They were
gladiators?
fucking ripping
They were
it.
all about the N-word?
They probably created it. No. But
I agree with you.
that's my biggest issue with this is like
You're pumped up with adrenaline.
Come on,
possibly
man.
some steroids, possibly some human growth hormones, and then you want them to, control their language.
Let them play. Let them say. Let them be in the most free, fucking aggressive beast form they want to be in. And if that includes saying that word, then say it.
Yeah.
Because guess what? If you say it to each other, if a white guy says it to a black guy, that's only going to fuel them up more. It's gonna be fucking great.
I think they're worried about the mics, picking it up.
I'm sure
Picking it up, going over air.
And they're a
I'm
family
sure.
league these days,
Right.
so they're like, oh my God, my son just heard the N-word as we were watching football. That would be a major problem for
Rather than at home.
for Goodell.
They should put the NFL on HBO where you can do whatever the fuck you want. Curse, pull your dick out, anything.
Well,
That'd be great.
It just seems like they're going more and more away from the hardcore fan and just trying to please the occasional fan that watches every now and then.
Well, now, I mean, it's crazy, and I think baseball is where you see it the most. Now, sports fans are nerds. Like, you can't have a conversation
always were.
with the truth.
We always were?
No.
Yes.
No.
Oh, Eric.
How so?
Always
you
were.
have TARDIS on your
What's
desk.
the difference?
What's the difference? Obsessed with stats, knowing everybody's career, every little detail inside and out, wearing other people's jerseys with their names on it that aren't yours. It's the same thing that we do. It's just in a different genre.
It's just seen as
Oh,
cooler.
so you're
Yeah. No,
acknowledging you're a nerd as well, but you don't want to give sports fans a pass.
Because they are what they are. They just they deny that they are.
I agree that. I agree with what you're saying.
I'm not shit talking.
I'm
I'm
a
just
bit-
saying you're on the same level
Look,
as people who are way too into Star Wars and Star Trek and all
right.
that shit.
Me wearing a different player's baseball jersey every day is the same thing as when you come in with comic book shirts or wait in line
Right.
for
It's
whatever.
exactly the
It's
same
thing. But my point is that now you have guys who have been traditionally been looked at and described as nerds who love Star Wars, who fucking take hits from their inhaler and weigh 10 pounds.
Yeah.
They now talk to you about sports.
Yeah.
And it's like I was on a show on the MLB Network and it was my dad watched it, and it's like I have nothing. I know sports. I mean, look, I mess things up. I'm not a statistician, but it's like the only way you can hang on that is if you know what like some players' fucking war was, from 10 years ago, and it's like, what the fuck? Can't we just talk like we're on the side? That's what ESPN has become. If you watch his ESPN comments, they're all fucking nerds.
Right.
The jokes that they throw in, they're geeks.
Right.
And it's like, have a real fucking guy that's going to talk about sports, curse, and get aggressive, because as the fans, we like to feel aggressive too.
A lot of the ESPN guys, it just feels so fucking forced.
Forced bullshit.
Just talk like a human being. That it worked for a while there, but now it's to the point like, all right, just back up a little bit and just use your own
And
voice.
as like a sports fan, I feel like, guess what? I am dumb, and that most sports fans are traditionally fucking idiots. So let me make some mistakes. I shouldn't have to know. I shouldn't know every stat.
Right.
What the fuck am I doing?
Are you a meathead?
A meathead?
Yeah.
I mean,
You said you're dumb. I just wanted
I'm dumb. I'm smart.
But you're
Dumb.
not
I'm
like
good
a-
in school.
Huh?
A meathead?
Are you a meathead though? That's
I'm not-
like,
I mean,
I don't think you get dumber than being a meathead.
I don't think I'm a meathead because I have an education. I mean, I think, I'm just... Yeah, I think there's times where, like, I don't catch on to things, I don't think I have the body of a meathead. I wish I did. Instead, I have fucking sag tits.
But you're not using sports as a way to prove your masculinity.
I'm not. I'll say this. I'm not
meathead.
using sports as a way to prove my masculinity, but I do think every woman would prefer that their man know a little bit about sports. I think it's a little, to women, a little bit like, I don't know if this guy's going to be
Knowing
able to protect me.
about everything is good.
Is good.
If
Yeah.
you know, if you're one of those sports guys that knows way too much, or all you care about is football, girls hate that too.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I agree, but I think it's just traditionally a manly thing to do is to love.
No, it's taking off?
Sports.
Sports podcasting.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
is
getting huge.
completely, Lewis.
I know. I listen.
Completely taken off.
I'm obsessed with fantasy football, obviously.
Right.
And ESPN has a daily fantasy football podcast.
Right.
Every day they post, and I listen to it every day.
But is it as garbage as what Chris was saying about watching ESPN, where he's saying they don't speak honestly? It's a lot of fluff and bullshit and everything else there. They're not talking about real people. Are they doing that on the podcast?
No, they talk a lot of shit on the podcast.
See, that doesn't make any sense. Same company, and they're doing two different
It's
things.
fucking ridiculous. Some of the people that are hired to at ESPN, I know they don't know anything about sports, because if one of the other like actual sports talent that they have on the air asks them a question or veers the conversation just a little bit off script, their fucking heads explode, and they have no idea what to do. It's obvious they don't know what they don't know what to say next.
Were they hired because they're pretty?
Or
former sports stars,
or like I think whatever quota they need to fill, that these people are plugged in. When it's like, why don't you just get people who know a lot about sports?
Right.
There's someone from every culture who knows a ton about sports. Just get them.
All right. Well, Marquise Lee says use of N-word drew penalty flag. So this is happening now. I can't believe this. Jaguars receiver Marquise.
Is it Marquise?
Marquise?
Yeah, Marquise.
Let's go with Marquise Lee.
Marquise Lee?
Was penalized for unsportsmanlike conduct during Sunday's 33-16 loss to the Raiders because he used a racial slur. Lee said he used the N-word, but said he used it in response to several Raiders players also using it. The NFL instituted a rule in 2014 that penalized the use of abusive language, which includes racial slurs. It also includes a fine of more than $11,000. So this is right to your point. They want these guys to clean up their language on a sports field. That's crazy.
Fucking ridiculous, man.
Doesn't make any sense.
Ridiculous.
So the other team can handle it. They don't give a fuck because they'll give it right back to you.
I hate it.
I know the Raiders player he used a slur against, woke up the next day not worrying about it at all. Yeah, I just said that. At all, just like I woke up not worrying about it. I feel like you're going to always have that issue because you're going to always have situations where emotions flame up and both teams are going back and forth and things are going to get said regardless of if the ref likes it or not. Yeah, exactly what we said.
Stupid.
It's the dumbest thing ever, but I think they're trying to protect their family image and they're scared that some kid is going to hear the N-word or some other fucking word while they're watching the game.
And not a lot of people remember this, but the NBA actually did this not too long ago. They did an image overhaul where they started making Allen Iverson wear that sleeve because he had a tattoo that was deemed irresponsible.
Right. What was his tattoo again?
I don't even remember.
I know this has been many years.
Yeah,
they started making them wear suits to the game.
Couldn't wear jerseys on the sideline.
Stupid.
I think they get penalized if they don't show up.
They don't show up in a suit.
They make
they
you
don't
do
show
that
up
in
to
high school too.
That's just dumb. Who gives a fuck? They want to show class. These guys want to wear fucking, sweatsuits to the stadium. Let me say hi to Matt in Virginia. Go ahead, Matt.
Hello, boys. How y'all doing today?
We're definitely doing it, my friend.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for taking my call, but I want to tell you guys, it's not because of the family aspect of football. What has fucked the NFL over time and time again in recent years has been the fantasy fucking draft. Fantasy football has completely... Sorry, Lewis, I know you're carrying around a fucking trophy.
It's all good.
But the fantasy football has made it so that nobody follows a single team anymore. They all follow one fucking individual so that they can say, oh, my fucking fantasy fucking team won. So the problem is that the NFL is trying to appeal to all these people that are following all these fucking games. It's not just they're appealing to the one person who may watch the game every once in a while. They're trying to figure out how the fuck to appeal to everybody because everybody is fucking watching every single game now.
But isn't that a positive thing?
Fuck no.
It's not a positive thing if I only would watch the Cowboys before, but now I'm watching almost every game on the NFL Sunday slate. Isn't that positive towards the NFL?
Not.
You're not a team player anymore.
No, because
I'm an NFL player, which is what they want. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I get that.
But are you able to focus on the Cowboys, or are you too worried about your fantasy football team?
I would rather the Cowboys win a Super Bowl than me win 10 years in a row.
All right, but I'm not into the fantasy football, but I have a lot of people around me that play it. And you watch the games with these guys, and they don't even know the fucking score of their own team because they're too worried about their fantasy football.
No, that's not me.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so I used to work at a very, very high profile sports bar. Lots of locations. I'm not a sports guy, though. But but the thing is that on a Sunday, you would see more people that would have so many fucking requests to watch these different fucking games that every single TV inside of there had to be different, right? But they would never focus on one fucking game. They would say, oh, hell yeah, over there for someone who just got fucking tackled. But it was because they were, I don't know, on their fantasy team was the fucking defensive line for the fucking Cleveland Browns. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Right.
So you have so much of a disconnect that they're trying to make money out of nothing. Because they're saying, oh, they're watching all these games. No, it's because you jacked up the fucking price on the fucking NFL fucking ticket. Nobody can say the fucking Super Bowl anymore. Now everything's a big fucking game because nobody gives a shit who's fucking playing. They want to watch the commercials, and then they want to root for every single player that was on their fantasy league. It's fucking a waste of time. You have no loyalty whatsoever to any team anymore.
Hey, Matt, I just wish you would have used the word fucking a little more in that in that rant of yours.
I was hoping that I was going to be on the NFL Network so that way they could fucking bleep everything out.
All right, there you go. Thank you, Matt. Thanks for the call. I appreciate it.
Fucking Matt.
All right. This gives me an excuse to play something that me and Anthony did on the radio like 2 years ago.
Okay.
So the NFL came up with this thing where they wanted to, penalize for bad language on the field. So I put this together with the help of Anthony. I'm like, look, if you're going to give out penalties, 15-yard penalties for saying the N-word, the ref has to, announce the penalty. Okay.
Yeah.
And this is how we did it.
Cadillac Williams outside and ready to move. Penalty marker flies from the backfield as Cadillac gets himself a first down. But let's check the flag.
15 yards for saying nigger.
So from the 2-yard line is a flag down, and Mike Carey.
Number 23, 15 yards, nigger.
That's amazing.
Holy shit. I think that it's the only time I was confident enough to say the word. say the word on the radio. But we put a whole video together with some highlights. So can we tweet that out?
I already did.
All right, I love that fucking thing. That's at least 2, maybe 3 years old at this point. What? All right, we got Adam. The shock on your face. Adam in Jersey, go ahead.
Hey, how you doing, Hope?
All right, buddy.
I've been calling in for about 29 years to you guys. I just want to know that this is probably the best move you ever made away from Jim. And when you get back with Anthony, it'll be really amazing. I kind of feel that's coming some way.
Well, we're certainly on good terms, me and Ant.
Then what happens to me, though?
Well, you get pushed right the fuck out the door.
What the fuck?
But I do want to also rebut that guy who just called in about the fantasy football.
Yeah. You agree with him, right?
No, he's crazy.
Thank you.
I'm a diehard Giant fan. We tailgate every game.
Yeah.
The place is packed. I also play fantasy football, and it has just, I know every player now. I never did that. I never had that growing up with just the Giants. So he's totally wrong, and I just wanted to rebut his comment.
Right. So if one of your fantasy players plays the Giants, who are you rooting for?
Giants all the way.
Well, see,
In
there
fact,
you go.
I had a pool going once when Norwood was going to kick that field goal,
Yeah.
I was going to win about $2,000 if he made it.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm rooting against it, and it never happened.
Right.
So, you know.
All right.
Fantasy football's fun, but, you know, Giants go.
Yeah, all right. It's always the Giants, though. I love watching the Red Zone, and I don't and I don't play fantasy football.
I watch the Red Zone, too, even during a Giant game sometimes.
Fuck, I love it.
Red Zone is great.
Red Zone's the greatest invention ever.
All right. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate your phone call, and thanks for listening to the new show.
All right.
All right, Brad.
Great.
All right. Let's go to Mike Francesa. Speaking of sports, I can't get enough of Mike Francesa.
Oh, I haven't heard this.
Oh, my God. Mike Francesa, should I give it away or just play it? Let's just play it. He's not happy. All right, I can say this. Mike Francesa is not happy about some of the changes that are coming to Yankee Stadium. Play it.
Oh, we got to turn it off first.
100-square-foot area will be located on the 300 level in right field and will be outfitted with Yankee-themed playground equipment, including baseball cards and baseballs. Okay. Children will be able to play among the colorful fixtures. Television monitors will ensure that no one misses any of the game action, because, you know, you got to remember there is a game actually going on here. Nursing mothers will have an additional private space, which includes lounge chairs, televisions, and power outlets for their breast pumps. So that's great, because I've been wondering where those moms could go during the game. So now that we have chairs with special breast pumps, we got that covered. Because that's what I was thinking about. Hey, where do you go if you're nursing during the game? I mean, come on. Got it. Is this the mall or is this Yankee Stadium?
That's such a dick. But he makes a good point. That's a little strange, right?
I mean,
I'll say why it's strange. How many moms are really breastfeeding a kid at a baseball baseball game?
I mean, it is in the Bronx.
I've gone to games my entire life. I don't remember seeing one mom that needed to breastfeed their kid at the game.
I don't know. Maybe
but now
it's
they got special sections.
Special sections just for breastfeeding. Are we the only stadium that's going to have that?
That's a very good question. I would assume if Yankee Stadium is the only one, a bunch of stadiums will follow suit. And follow their lead. But I don't mind all the stuff they're adding to the stadiums, because baseball, to me, somewhere along the way, it just became extremely boring to me. I'll watch the World Series, but I was brought up a huge Mets fan, watched every game with my brothers. We couldn't get enough of these games. And I just don't have the attention span to sit through a whole game, especially when your team is pretty much out of it.
It's almost
I don't know
impossible.
how you continue to watch. So when I now go to these baseball games and there's other things to do, I'm kind of a fan of wandering around and seeing what else is going on.
Watch women. He's going to draw a lot of perverts to that section. You're going to have guys be like making up lies, like, "Hey, my wife is breastfeeding. Where's that section located?"
They're going to go on StubHub and try to figure out what the perfect seats are, where you could take a little peek at the breastfeeding moms.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's fucking weird.
What, breastfeeding?
No, breastfeeding's fine.
Oh, okay.
No, breastfeeding's awesome.
I thought we were getting along, man. I was ready to fucking get pissed off.
No, I love breastfeeding.
There was a young mom breastfeeding her kid at a bus station 2 or 3 days ago. It freaked me the fuck out, man.
Big boobs, huh?
Big and full.
Fucking full.
And then you're the pervert for turning around and taking a second look.
Yeah.
You're the pervert. How is that fair?
I thought you were going to say you're the pervert for turning around and taking a second photo. Taking a second snap.
Go back to Francesa. Let's see what else he's bothered by with this whole Yankee Stadium move. The enhancement.
Is this Sunrise Mall? Is this the Short Hills Mall, or is this Yankee Stadium here? Enhancements will include 7 new social gathering spaces. Isn't there a game going on during this? I mean, is this like for during the game? Isn't there a game going on? Which includes 7 new social gathering spaces. Is this Match.com or is this the Yankees? So in essence, the Yankees wanted you to know that they had an overwhelming thing from you to open 5 new restaurants at Yankee Stadium. All sponsored restaurants, the Budweiser Party Deck, the AT&T Sports Lounge, the Bullpen Landings, the MasterCard Bathers Eye Deck, and the Sunrun Kids Clubhouse, where you can also, if you need to, use the breast pumps. There you go. What that has to do with baseball, I have absolutely no idea. Back after this.
They just want you to enjoy your experience a little more.
Well, they know. They know how boring the games are, so they're like, let's give these people something else to do.
Yeah,
and spend money on.
Well, Debbie, the ticket lady, she gives me tickets every once
She's
in a
the
while.
best, Debbie.
Oh, you know her too?
I know Debbie, yeah.
I thought it was fucking special. And then I realized she takes care of everybody.
Well, she takes care of anybody through the show.
Everybody. Is it just the show?
Just the show, yeah. You get it through Roland.
And when she gives you those special seats, have you been in the restaurant? I forgot the name of it.
The Delta Skybox?
No one wants to leave the restaurant. It's so awesome.
The restaurant is great. Yeah.
They'll miss the first 2 or 3 innings because they're still eating food and enjoying. The restaurant.
Food's great, and and
then finally they walk out and walk out to their seats and check out the game.
Right.
Line 5. Oh, the moms are calling. All right.
Yes.
Let me say hi to Trish on Long Island.
Trish.
Hi, guys.
Hi. What's going on?
So, Chris, I was that breastfeeding mother at Yankee Stadium.
You were.
Wow.
I was.
Did you notice Opie in the corner?
No, my daughter was 4 months old. I got my husband tickets for Father's Day, and, she was hungry. So, sat in the seat. She was in the ergo, and I just nursed her right there.
Oh, so you just did it from your seats in public?
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
You wouldn't get up and find the breastfeeding section, would you?
No.
Right.
It was actually a good game, so, why am I going to miss the game when, it was actually interesting at that point?
Yeah, but what if a foul ball came your way? Then you'd expose a tit.
No, we weren't in foul ball territory. We were, under the overhang, it wouldn't have gotten to us.
Can I ask you something? How cool are you with your breastfeeding? Like, do you let a lot of it out, or are you kind of shy about it and bashful?
I was kind of shy. I would cover up. It was rare that I would just, I never exposed myself.
I like the moms that are all about it. There's obviously way too much skin showing, and they're like, "What's up, man? I don't give a fuck. My baby's hungry."
Did you let your husband?
You like that too, Lewis? Right?
Make some hard eye contact.
Yeah.
Okay? Hard.
Did you let your husband taste the milk? A lot of women do that.
What?
Did you let?
I also nursed her at Islander games.
Really?
All right.
Yeah, I took her to the draft party, the blue and orange scrimmage, nursed her right there.
Wow.
She's a true fan. Nothing is going to stop her from going to the games.
I love it.
All
You
right.
don't have to go home early anymore.
Thank you, Trish.
Yeah.
I got to get to April. She really wants in on this as well. April in New Jersey. Go ahead.
Hey, guys. I was just calling in about nursing at Yankee Stadium. My husband's a huge fan of the Yankees. I'm from Detroit, so we went to the Yankee-Detroit game. And I went to the guest relations office and asked, hey, where can I breastfeed? And they're like, you can do it right here. So I just sat in a chair while everyone was standing in line, and with my back turned to a crowd of 10 people. And I was like, well, this is kind of weird, but hey, it worked. It was 90 degrees that day, too, so I would have done it from our bleacher seats. But, yeah, it was quite an experience.
I got to tell you, I'm not a fan of the turning the back.
You don't like that?
Yeah,
No, I'm not a fan where they turn away from you. Be proud.
Right. I mean, I had no problem with it. I just don't like making other people feel uncomfortable.
I don't feel uncomfortable at all. But I have been known to stare, and I have been known to double back a little bit. Lewis is with me on this. I like that.
A little bit. Quick question, though, because I don't want to be the only weirdo.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, sure.
Neither one of you guys has taken a shot of breast milk before?
I never did.
Yeah.
I did.
You did? Okay.
Not
it wasn't
my-
that bad, right?
Not my wife's.
Okay, same here.
Same here.
That's
meaning
just a
what?
chick that I knew.
April, thank you. I got to tell a little story now.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, April.
It was Pat Duffy. He used to work for the show, and we decided to make breast milk ice cream. Eric, did you try it that day?
I did, yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
So
I think it was Sam, me, and you.
It was, yeah. So Pat brought in his sister's breast milk.
Okay.
And then we made homemade ice cream.
Ew.
That's awesome.
A lovely vanilla flavor.
Ugh.
And so I've told this a million times, but I'll tell it again. So then I take a big scoop and I put it in my mouth. And at first, it's like, wow, this is really good. Then the gamey taste kicks in. At first, though, it tastes like any vanilla ice cream you would get at the supermarket. And then the aftertaste kicks in.
It's like rotting
boy,
cantaloupe.
is it rough. It's like rotting armpits.
Really?
Right, Eric? Is that a good way to explain it?
I thought
Nothing against Pat Duffy's sister. I would assume all breast milk was like this.
Yeah, it tasted more like if you ate cantaloupe after it was still ripe. You know, a very spoiled piece of fruit. It was horrible.
What, cantaloupe that was left on the picnic table a little too long in the sun?
Yep.
Oof. I feel that way about goat cheese.
Oh, goat cheese.
Can't eat goat cheese.
I fucking hate goat cheese.
Fucking hate goat cheese. I'm feta crumble. I'm feta crumble. I'm a feta crumble guy, but I can't do goat cheese. I had goat cheese today. I ordered a grilled chicken sandwich, and the guy put goat cheese on it.
Right.
And I was like, I can't eat it.
Why go goat cheese when you can go feta?
Feta's the fucking
or
best.
blue.
Or better yet, American.
American.
Fucking America.
I got to go to Sean because someone asked if this breastfeeding thing is if Yankee Stadium is the first stadium, and it turns out no, not even close.
Wow.
Let's go to Sean in Minnesota. Sean.
Yeah, hey, the new U.S. Bank Viking Stadium has little pods all around the concourse that look like photo booths that are for breastfeeding.
How did this start? Yeah, we just popped the picture up. We'll tweet it out.
That's
Opie
crazy. Show
on Twitter. Opie Radio is my individual. And yeah, they're pods. Does anyone notice?
I don't know when it came to this. I mean, my wife's pregnant, and when our baby comes, if I want to go to a game, we're going to get a babysitter. You know, and she'll pump some milk so that baby's got some milk while we're gone. I just don't see why you bring a baby to a sporting event anyway.
Yeah, it's silly.
True. I personally don't care. I really don't care if a woman is
it doesn't bother me,
breastfeeding
but if it was me, I just wouldn't do it, you know.
It's really strange because obviously some kind of group, excuse me, I'm burping, complained and they had to set up these pods. Privacy for pumping or breastfeeding. What else could you use these pods for?
What do you mean?
I bet you can use it for a lot of things if you can sneak in there.
That's what I'm getting at. I'm sure some people, some drunk fans took advantage of the breastfeeding pods for other uses.
Some of these outlets are going to be a little sticky.
Right.
Magazine.
All right, Sean. Thank you, man.
Yep.
Can we play the Scottie Pippen thing, too?
What did he do now?
Scottie Pippen?
Oh, what did he say? Yeah. He got divorced from his wife, right?
I hear he's going through a divorce, yes.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
You know because of who, right?
No.
The rapper Future.
Oh, Future banged his wife?
He basically stepped in and banged his wife.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Stepped in?
Because they were married together. They were 20 years.
20 years.
Damn.
But that's Future's thing. He has it in a few of his songs where he says, if I see your girl and I like her, I'm going to take her.
Wow,
so that's what he did.
So Future, there's guys out there that are like that.
Yeah, they love it.
That's what they love to do is take somebody's girl.
Yeah,
and
those guys will get fucking laid out though.
And Pippen's championship rings couldn't do anything.
No, to save his wife. No,
I'm kidding. But Pippen,
Pippen's ripped. He said that to stay in shape, he would order cheesecake or like some type of brownie or something like that, and just smell it and then put it and then not eat it and give it to somebody else.
That's tough to do.
I would never do that.
That's extremely tough to do. Do you have the "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" clip? Yeah. So Pippen.
Oh, I heard about this. I didn't see it though.
It's wonderful. He had a very tough time with "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Here, pop this up.
Why do they do this to this celeb? Why do they do this anymore?
Because of this.
A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the ball. I don't care if I...
You like this, Chris?
Oh man!
Yeah! They don't win, it's a shame.
I know I should.
Why is
It's fucked up. You fucked up.
Dude.
Great fracture out at the ball game.
He's sweating.
Let's go, Kobe!
Is he head injured?
Jesus, that was
Doesn't
awful.
he sound like he's head injured?
Why not go through it just once? Just Google it once.
Or how about just have the words in the booth for the celebrities?
Please, just let them read it off a fucking cue card.
Do you know the words? You go, no, I don't. All right, here's the words.
Boom. Right.
Or maybe they want you really just to fuck it up.
They probably do.
Yeah. Let me say hi to Ed in Philly. Ed, what's going on, Ed?
His wife is hot.
He's banging.
Hey, man, I definitely like to give a look when the ladies are breastfeeding.
Yeah.
But I found out you shouldn't make comments. My buddy's wife pulled it out the other day at like a kid's party. And I really didn't mean to, but I was like, nice. And I just got stared at. It was awful.
Yeah, you can't say anything. You got to make believe you're not noticing.
You're not noticing a
You got to
tit
work
being
on your
sucked in front of your face.
peripheral vision. You got to work on that. There's exercises for that.
Well, thanks for the advice.
All right, Ed. Thank you, buddy. And then one other thing, we're on the sports thing. Tiger Woods has only one regret. What do you think his one regret is?
Not fucking Hannah Storm? I don't know. You wouldn't fuck Hannah Storm?
Oh, God.
Dude, I love Hannah Storm.
Why do you love Hannah Storm?
I think she's a fucking piece of ass.
Really?
I love fucking Hannah Storm. She's gorgeous.
Hannah Storm?
I seriously love Hannah Storm. I always have thought she's like the hottest anchor.
Hannah Storm.
I love. Here's the hottest sports people to me.
Okay.
Hannah Storm.
Yeah.
Carrie Champion from ESPN.
Okay.
She's fucking. You don't like what?
Nah, just keep going.
You don't like her?
Just keep going.
But you only like white women. That's why.
I was gonna go Rachel Nichols because she looks like a dirty white
Rachel
girl.
Nichols looks. Rachel Nichols is really get it. But the other one is the one with the insanely fat ass.
Beatles cute too.
Beatles cute.
Yeah.
Not
Michelle
Susie
Beadle.
Colbert. Who's the girl with the insanely fat ass? The Jewish girl.
I can't get over Hannah Storm though.
What are you talking about? She's great.
She's
What don't you like about Hannah Storm?
She's just all right.
Come on.
You think she's hot like you'd bang her, or you think she's cute?
No, I would. Of course, yeah, I'd love to bang her. You don't like that? Come on.
I got some weird ones like that too, Chris. Don't worry about it. I don't think so. If Meryl Streep walked in here right now,
You fuck Meryl Streep?
Rip her apart.
Meryl Streep.
I would climb her.
I like
up her,
Helena
rip her
Bonham
apart.
Carter too.
And
I
as
want to fuck her.
As a black guy, you can't say rip her apart.
What can I say?
I don't know. I think you got to calm it down a little
Okay,
bit.
all right.
Just looking out for you.
I would be friendly with her.
You like Meryl Streep.
I like Meryl Streep.
Tiger Woods has one.
What's the regret?
Did he cue it up?
Yes, it.
All right.
Let's hear it.
Here's his one regret. He was on
It
CBS
looks
this
like
morning.
the only regret I have in life is not spending another year at Stanford. And I wish I would have had one more year.
That's the only regret.
That's the only regret I wish I had.
Of all the things that's happened.
All the things. That's all.
Everything
All the
from-
things I've learned. That's been all the things I've been
Charlie
through.
Rose.
Are tough. Yes, they've been tough, but they've been great for me. But I wish I would have gone one more year at Stanford.
What?
That's his only
They've been great for you?
That's his only regret.
There's definitely. I'm telling you, there's definitely a girl he wish he fucked.
Yep.
That he didn't, and that's what he's meaning by that.
Yeah, what does he mean by staying at Stanford for another year? Just to
There's a girl
hang out with more college girls?
There's a girl. He doesn't know her name.
Did he graduate from Stanford?
I guess
Or did
not.
he leave early to,
I guess he left
pursue
early.
his golf career?
I guess he left early.
That's his only regret?
Jesus. And now he's saying that he's gonna start winning majors and beat Jack Nicklaus's record.
No, he's not doing
That's what he's
that.
saying, though. He's like, I'm gonna
He's
do
not
it.
doing that. I was talking to a golf pro actually last night. Not anyone you would know by name. And he said that
You must
he
have had a
believes Tiger's
thrilling
coming back. I mean, Tiger is going to come back. And he believes that he can maybe squeeze out one more major. And this guy said, and win 10 more tournaments, but only one major.
Well, he has.
I don't even think that's possible.
I don't.
The one major is possible because, somebody could, any tournament, someone could get really hot.
I don't
What'd
know.
you say, Paul?
He left after 2 years.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he did.
okay.
So his regret is he wanted to get his degree at Stanford.
When's the last
But
time he won?
what about the shit he did to his wife? He doesn't.
Forget that,
He doesn't
Stanford.
regret any of
I
that.
don't think he cares.
The mother of his children.
What did he have to give her? $700 million or something?
How about this regret? Having your dad's jeans. You see his hair? He's got the.
He's got the LeBron
He's got
hairline.
the Earl now. He's
Yeah.
got the Earl on top. I think his father's name was Earl, right? Earl Woods. Yeah. It's looking a bit cotton candy ish up
Yeah,
there.
you got to cut that.
That's his only regret, though. That he didn't stay at Stanford. That's nuts.
Yeah, I think he's got bigger problems.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Did you just say his head was looking like cotton candy?
Cotton candy-ish.
That's hilarious. I've never heard that term before.
Really?
And okay. I might have to steal that. I love that.
Enjoy. Well, what'd you say, Eric?
Line 4.
You want me to go to line 4? Why? Let's go to Dan in Cleveland. Dan, go ahead.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Hey, two things. Back before, Chris, you said that
NFL should be on HBO so they can swear and pull out their dicks?
Yeah.
Some coach, I think it was Washington's coach, got in trouble because he took a piss on the sideline this weekend. It's on the interweb, but
That's great.
Okay,
That's great.
I heard about this. I have not seen this yet.
yeah, I saw. Well, I didn't see it, but I read the article.
That's fantastic.
How did he do it though? Oh my God, he whipped it out right into a Gatorade cup.
It looked like he went behind like the review cameras and fucking just whipped it out. And
Oh, we'll tweet this picture out.
Perfect.
It's on TMZ, but wow, I heard about this, but man, I think I would just pee in my pants at that point.
Doesn't have too big of a grip around it.
Huh? What'd you say?
It doesn't have too big of a grip around it.
No, it looks like he's holding a micro penis, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's a little small black box. It's like an engagement ring box that's covering his
If you're going to do that on the sideline, you're not going to pull the whole thing out. Right?
Oh,
You would just pull a little bit of the head out just so you can peek it in there.
Stop. It's this motion that you can tell there's nothing going on. Because if you got a piece, you would be like this. I know visuals don't really work on the radio, but that looks like he's holding something very small.
Yeah, he has a little pee-pee.
Dan, thanks for that.
yeah, but hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, yeah, that's not what I called for. I just remember that. I don't know a lot about golf, but why couldn't old fucking Stanford boy stay in college and golf still? You don't have to golf in every single major event, do you?
I mean, how old are you? Tiger Woods was so ridiculous that he couldn't hold himself back. He had to get out there and turn pro.
Well, if he's that good, he knows he would win the tournament. So go do some tournaments. Fucking go to college part time.
There was so much money to be had. He left college after 2 years and turned professional. Yeah, I mean, he was unbelievable from a very, very, very early age. He was on the Mike Douglas show as a 3 or 4 year old hitting balls. That's for the old timers out there.
I remember. I've seen the clip
with Bob Hope. There's Bob Hope and a very young Tiger Woods. I think he's like, how old are they saying he is in this?
Is he 3?
Oh, he's 2. 2 showing off his golf swing. Yeah, that's the reason though, Dan. And I don't blame these athletes that leave college early because if you can make the money, then fucking get out of college.
Fuck no.
Chubbs.
I would have left elementary school if I could have made $20.
Exactly. Right? Why should an athlete stay in college and get their degree when they could sign a fucking pro deal and make millions? That's why we all go to college. So hopefully you get a really good job and make a lot of money. So if you can make the money right away, why not?
And I don't understand why you can't just continue to go to college like online or something. Like, what's the big deal?
I mean, you could go back to college eventually, but it's really stupid because a lot of these guys are forced to stay, at their college program. Then they fucking blow out a knee or something and ruin their chances of making the millions. Thank you, Dan.
You're not blowing out a knee golfing.
Nah, Tiger's blown out everything with his fucking
blowing his load.
All right, thank you, Dan. I think we're running out of show, and I think Brewer just texted me.
Does he have pox?
What? I wrote to Jim Brewer, "You okay? Hearing you might have chicken pox." He wrote, "Woo, yes, passed out."
Whoa.
I don't know what that means.
Holy shit.
Is the woo, yes, answering by "you okay"? Or is the woo, yes, answering hearing you might have chicken pox?
And did he pass out from the pox or did he fall asleep?
Maybe he fell asleep instead of calling in. I don't know. We got a cliffhanger. We'll have the answer tomorrow.
Wow.
Oh, good. And then my niece will babysit for me. That's good. That text came in.
Oh, there you go.
That's wonderful.
What do you do? Why? You go to the Islanders game?
Well, now that I don't have to get up at 4 a.m. anymore, I'm starting to enjoy my life a little bit.
What are you doing?
Well, tonight I'm supposed to see the record company.
Oh, that's right. I'll go with you.
In Brooklyn. You want to go?
I'll go. I got a show. I forgot. I have a show in Brooklyn tonight at 8:30.
Yeah.
At a diner. So, my career took off.
All right. I think we're going to be playing the record company's set from their show tonight on this fine channel over the weekend. That's pretty damn cool. And got the record company coming in Thursday, I believe.
You've stuck to they were one of those. I was here when they came in. They're fucking good, man.
They're wonderful. Tomorrow on the show, Phil Collins.
Whoa!
That's a biggie.
I sat next to him at a game at a Knicks game on Easter Sunday.
Was he nice?
He was great. He offered me Easter candy.
Did he really?
Yeah, I got a picture of it on my Instagram.
What kind of candy?
I don't know. Fucking whatever that yellow marshmallow Peeps.
All right, Eric's saying we got to go because he doesn't want to cut into the replay. It gives him more work if we just keep babbling. Chris Distefano, what do you got?
ChristyComedy.com, Hungarian flag penguin T-shirts, and then I got other dates coming on there. So just check it out.
All right. With that, thanks for listening. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, Louis.